That's alright, mama. That's alright with you. That's
Oh,
alright, mama. And
love it.
just any way you do. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do. Come on, man. Can you feel the pain? Into him now. About this new world. Ain't no train. Papa's got a brand new eye. Purple haze in my brain. Lately things just don't seem the same. Acting funny and I don't know why. Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
What is going on, Dumb Nation? You're listening to Still Point, who is actually going exclusive. They are dumping Spotify and everyone else. Hey, Barry, go ahead and turn down your computer just a little bit. I'm getting some feedback from your monitor. Liv, you hear my echo?
Yes.
You sure that's not you? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Barry, you're good. It was Olivia. So we are going to give you guys the link to all of Still Point's music so you guys can pick up, but they are completely done with the subscription services, and they're sick and tired of it. So they're going to sell their music directly on their site, which is really good news. I think it's going to be great for them. We'll make sure to include that. Barry Morgenstein is in the house. We tried to cancel at the last minute, but whatever. We didn't do it. So he's,
Snuck
you
in.
know, we've heard he's a real troublemaker, and he gets kicked off of podcasts all over the country. So we're going to have to tolerate him, and we'll see if we can get him out of here early. Liv, you're fired.
Yes.
You're fired.
Awesome.
Got a good show tonight. We get to talk about the government shutdown in El Shumar Pedro Senor. That's going to be fun. Some meltdowns about Kimmel and what he's talking about. Got some Trump derangement syndrome. All that coming back in 3 minutes. Make sure to join us. Sorry we're late. We'll stay on live.
Do you want the truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news? Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree? Stop offering me. 'Cause I'm everything you want. Damn, so what you need. I won't tell no lies. Back up all the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's dude.
I'll let you guys know the new Freedom Charlie Kirk shirts with his autograph on the shirt, not a real autograph, of course, but it is his autograph, are available. Over the last 3 weeks, we've raised money for TPUSA, and Olivia and I will be presenting a check to TPUSA for all the shirt sales that we did. I will give you the number shortly. We're really close on it, and we're just deciding how much we want to pitch in. But it's over 500. Where that will lie, we'll let you know shortly. Just want to give you guys a heads up, but the other shirts are available right now, and everything else, coffee, mugs, everything else. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's do this and go. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Barry Morgenstein, America's headshot photographer, coming to you from my New York City studio. Great friend of the Dumb Show. It is now time to put down the camera because it's almost 7 p.m. and I'm gonna watch the coolest, the most real and raw show on the internet. It's on every night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the coolest guys, Matt, Olivia, Leroy, and Amy. You guys have to tune in to see it. It's gonna be something incredible every night. Check it out.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. We have our good friend Barry Morgenstein in the house, and he will be with us in just a moment. Have to do some housekeeping kind of things, and then we will bring him on. First off, let's see, donations. We will be doing donations tonight. I know we have a guest on, but what we're going to do is if a guest's been on more than once, we'll go right into donations and not hold it. It just takes too much to do that. And I think Barry's probably going to be here for the long haul tonight. So we've got to do donations. If you want to donate to the Don't Unfriend Me Show, you can go to thedumbshow.com/donate. It's right there. And also now for your convenience, PayPal and Venmo. Left is PayPal, right is Venmo. You can use, take a screenshot of that on your iPhones and then tap it. It'll take you right to the donation. And if you have a Samsung device or whatever, you can tap right now and donate if you want to. Just to make it easy, we'll pop these up when we talk about donations. It also is just an easier way to do it. You asked for it, so you got it. There it is. Merry Christmas. That's pretty much it. Go and pick up your shirts and hats and coffee and all that. We've got all of our shipments out, and books should be on the way. Everyone should be getting their Documents of Freedom. We have one more Documents of Freedom left. It's our last one. This is mine, and if you order one, we will autograph it for you. Autograph the box on the back just to say thank you so much. One more available. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll get into it. Let's get Barry in here because we have a lot to talk about. We want to make sure we give him the time. Barry Morgenstein, author of Rock and Soul, wonderful title. Tell us a little bit about the book coming out, Barry, and where people can get it. And then we want to talk about that New Jersey Best of podcast because that should be fun.
That'll be fun. Thanks for having me again, guys.
Yeah.
Nice to be wanted.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like, okay, could you please tell me, are you Jewish? Would you like no? Get your papers, please.
Yeah, right.
People are horrible.
Yeah, we'll get to that though. But yeah, so the book we're excited about. It's going to be released November 4th, a little bit almost a month away. Pre-sales are available now at the link that you have down there at Ballas Books. But yeah, I'm excited. It's my first book. It's my first part of my career, my rock and roll career as a rock and roll photographer. So we got a lot of legends in there, and it's a lot of hard work, a lot of years thinking about it, and I finally made it happen. Thanks to encouragement from my wife and other people too, that made me kind of finally just get it done. I scan a lot of photos and go through the old slides and negatives, see what I had, and found some things I forgot I had. So it's been exciting.
Yeah, Barry Morgenstein, ballastbooks.com. You can go over there and pick up the book. I had a question immediately from a viewer, Rob Jackson. Says, hey, Matt, it's Rob again. We had a conversation during a phone call about 3 weeks ago about doxing people. I'm wondering your opinion now. I don't remember the phone call. So call in and refresh my memory and we'll talk about it. But I think I've been pretty firm on what I think about doxing. So I don't know what you're talking about, but you can call in if you want to, but never endorsed it, never said it's okay. Nothing's changed. So same opinion. If we did talk on the phone, I don't remember. Barry, something happened with the Best of New Jersey podcast or whatever. Walk us through the whole thing, from start to finish. How did this happen? How did you book it? Who reached out to whom? All this type of stuff, and just give me the whole story. Do you mind?
Yes. So it was booked through my publisher. Not their fault, of course. They're reaching out to anybody who's gonna do podcasts. I'm from New Jersey. Best of New Jersey website sounds like a fun thing to be on and a great thing to promote. So they booked me a few weeks out, and I was going back and forth with them. They were excited to have me. I was looking forward to going on. They had me set up with somebody who's going to interview me, a young lady, and so basically, they send me instructions, what we're going to talk about, promote the book, and I get up, I canceled some things for that day, including a photo shoot, and I get up, check my laptop maybe 2 hours before I'm supposed to leave, and the guy, as you read the email, he said after doing a deep dive, their team did a deep dive into my social media, and they found out that I was controversial, and in their words, controversial, which meant I'm a patriot, conservative, pro America, pro Israel, pro cop, and I guess that offended them, and they're little snowflakes that they have working the website, and it was pretty unprofessional, pretty rude, and I think he had a bad day yesterday. Thanks to you, thanks to me, thanks to a lot of people. So little I call him Little Vinny. He on his social media goes, well, he's a gamer. So kind of tells you a little bit about him. So
yeah, and Angie, we did see your donation late last night. The show was over. That's why we're absolutely going to include it right now. So we had an hour conversation about doxing and inner city black folks that couldn't get ahead because of the white. Oh, okay. Yes, Rob. Now I remember that now. Joanne Townsend donated $10. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, I remember that conversation, Rob, but I don't know about the doxing, why it would change. In fact, we just, I can't go into it, but let's just put it this way. We don't have a sponsor anymore. Our gold sponsor is gone because of some of their actions. So that should pretty much tell you how I feel about it. Pretty easy. I obviously am not a fan of doxing. I don't like it. I don't support it, and I never have. Of any side, I think you should be able to use words, and attacking somebody's job or attacking who they are is wrong. Angela, thank you for the donation. So let's because you can immediately go, okay, this is probably because of your stance on Israel and your stance on police, but that's not controversial unless you're a leftist.
Right, of course. Well, that's the thing. They were specific. They said specifically your comments on Twitter/X. So I even went back. I'm like, okay, what were my last 10, 20 tweets, which is, where I kind of let off steam on X. And the last ones were all about attacking people who are either pro-Hamas, anti-Israel, hating Jews or whatever. So yeah, I go pretty hard on them, using some pretty good language. People who are against ICE, who are bashing ICE and for illegals. So I go after them. People who are for the open borders. So these are people I'm for law enforcement. I'm for what's right and against evil. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, and the left doesn't like that, I guess. So they found that offensive, and I was canceled.
Well, I looked at the kid, and he looks like a soy boy for sure.
He looks like a little dweeb. That's what I call him now.
He is a dweeb.
Little Vinny the dweeb.
I went on their post today, and they had 4 pictures in quad box on Instagram, and it was of a black family, it was an Indian family, a Hispanic family, and a white family. And I said, did you go ahead and make sure and do a deep dive on all these people to make sure you agreed with all their politics?
Right, exactly.
So he wasn't too happy. He wasn't too happy with that. Super chat, $5 from Christy Martin. Thank you for all you do. Christy, thank you for your super chat. We appreciate it. That means a great deal. Those are now coming in from YouTube and they show up. So Olivia doesn't have to put those in. So she loves those super chats. And now that YouTube's actually paying us our money and we're actually making money on YouTube, which is exciting because YouTube is producing. Like
first time ever.
We never thought it would happen. It's like we're watching our little baby boy. We're like, it's all grown up. It's all grown up. It's all grown up. So, and we
never thought we'd make money on YouTube.
No, and we need it more than ever. So, so Barry, this book's coming out. You're doing this. Do you get this a lot? Do people like do this to you? Do they put you cancel on you, or do they say, hey, you're up?
I mean, the book is a whole new thing, but yeah, my career, I've experienced this for sure. I've been canceled. I've been, I've definitely been canceled. I've been, what's the word? Just banned, I guess. Yeah, I've applied many times. Yeah, I have agencies in Virginia who acting agencies. When I go down to the Virginia D.C. area, they'll absolutely refuse to recommend me to their actors.
Really?
And I've gotten, and they actually say it in email too. They say one said their board of directors said they really don't think it would be a good idea to do business with me. So yeah.
You know, and
wow.
It makes me understand why we don't get the nod, and maybe it'll happen sometime, but I really do believe it's because we don't shill, and we go up against the narrative on both sides sometimes, and it's got to be bad for our careers. But honestly, I don't know any other way to do it. So I think
wouldn't be us if
I know, but you look at some of the people that toe the line, and they're just always lockstep with the Republican Party, and we're not. And they probably look and go, well, there's tattoos and T-shirts and hats, and and it's ridiculous. Graham Allen gets a little bit of recognition, but I would put us on par with Graham, and he gets a little bit more than usual. But it's interesting. You just wonder what the inner workings of the behind the scenes looks like in this industry. But this isn't going to stop. Your book's going to be successful. You're going to do well. And so they can go to ballastbooks.com and pre-order it right now and
right.
pick it up. When is it released again?
November 4th. We're flying down next Friday, October 10th to Ballast Books in West Palm. And I'm going to sign a whole bunch of books because they're getting them in a little early before the release. So I'll sign a bunch of books. So whoever pre-ordered will get a signed book, if that's appealing to anybody.
Yeah, well, I better get mine, and and if you give a book to somebody else before me, I'm going to be a little bit upset. So I'll probably cancel you on the podcast and say I did a deep dive. And
exactly.
Come on.
Don't forget, you're part of the book. You help me with the nice forward in there, which I always appreciate. So
that checks a box for me, to be honest with you. It really does. It meant a great deal. That was cool and completely unbelievable. So we got a little bit of news, and then we'll get into what we always do and talk about the things. So Barry can get canceled for more podcasts by expressing his opinion. You guys go and follow Barry if you haven't done that. You can find him on Instagram. You can find him on X. You can find him on Facebook, and he's somewhere on my feed. You'll see it. Just scroll for 5 minutes, and usually he's liking something of mine or I'm liking something of his. I went to my church today and got up and drove over. By drive, I mean Uber, over to my church. And I got a chance to sit down with my pastor. And this is a relationship that's grown very, very fast. And what I've realized in my old age is that I'm an acquired taste, but when somebody is okay with that, we become fast friends. I've made more friends in the last 5 years from this show than I have in my entire life. It's ridiculous. And I'm talking people who I would lay down in traffic for if needed. So, Pastor and I had a great conversation, and we sat down, we talked for 2.5 hours. And talked about everything from life to decisions. Found out that he was a lieutenant in the Navy and flew the A4, which is crazy because I know the A4 fairly well, and both Navy guys, and we didn't know that about each other. And it was just an incredibly great conversation. And he has responded in the affirmative and was acquiesced to our request to have him join the show. So he's going to come on in a portion of couple hours and do a live show and sit down in studio with us. And I implore all of you to join because he is an incredibly intelligent human being and extremely down to earth and kind. and we thought it would be a great time to do it. Last thing of business before we get into it, I want to go ahead and thank Bobby.
Oh my gosh, Bobby.
And Gerald for their cookies that I cannot participate in because I've been, working on the physique.
It's okay.
Thanks a lot,
I'll eat your
jerks.
share.
So they sent peanut butter cookies and chocolate cookies and like giant boxes. Like it came in a UP. I thought it was like cat litter or something, but it was a giant box and it's full of goodies. And Olivia's already plowed through half of them.
I hate it too. Both of us.
So good job. Thanks, guys.
And the cat, she gave a bag of kitty treats and puppy treats for Ash.
And they're eating those, which is
and
great.
amazingly, Yenny is eating the treats, which she never does.
Yeah, so she's excited.
But speaking of
Hey guys, do I have to remind you I'm fasting for 24 hours? Do I really have to talk about cookies?
Oh yeah.
I'll make sure at the break to go get one and eat it when we come back, just for fun.
Is it Ash?
Thank you, Bobby.
Is it Ash Wednesday already?
No, it's not Ash Wednesday.
It's Lent.
Horrible.
I didn't know it was Lent. What the hell's going on? It's Yom Kippur, folks. Have some respect. Seriously. It was funny. My son comes up. He's like, well, my son comes in and he's like, because he hears me describe Jewish people as Jews, right? And it's kind of a nasty word. It's one of those words where people can be like, how you say it with inflection is very important. If you say Jews, it's fine. But if you're like Jews, so he comes home and he's so nonchalant, and I'm like, what's going on tomorrow? He's like, I'm off. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, why are you off? And he's like, the Jews have a holiday. And I'm like, Ethan. And he's like, what did I do? Isn't that? I'm like, it's a Jewish holiday is the proper, it's called Yom Kippur. And so I start telling him what it is and walking him through it. And he's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, dude, be careful.
Jews have a holiday.
Jews have a holiday. I'm like,
now he has to fast for 24 hours for ask for forgiveness.
He's hanging out with his dad too much. So, because I just say it. I'm like, I don't, my relationship with Israel and the Jews is fantastic. So, I'm a big fan. So I just say it normally, but people kind of are taken aback and say, you can't say it that loosely. And people are such Nancy's. If you have not had a chance to see, there's a government lockdown. Jaze says, Matt, don't lie. You're not my friend, but I like coming here. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not lying to anybody. Listen, in the scheme of things, we're internet friends. Okay. So true friendship requires skin on skin handshake, putting skin in the game. But we are as friends as much as we can be. I want to start off with Candace Owens. We're going to have Dan Nunn from Nunn Report. I never thought there was another person out here who dislikes Candace Owens as much as me, but that guy really doesn't like Candace Owens.
Oh, it's going to be Bashfest.
He is going to be here in October. Candace has a new...
It is October. Did you know that?
I know,
it's
the
October
14th.
1st.
I know, it's ridiculous. Life goes by way too fast. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Jon Snow, you know nothing. Candace Owens have you been following Candace since, she blames you for everything?
Unfortunately, yeah. She's gone completely nuts.
I mean,
she's crazy. I mean, that girl is batshit crazy now.
I mean, I
used to love her. When she first came on the scene, I was like, she's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yes. Like sometimes hotness can cut through the crazy and you're like, I can tolerate. No, not even that. I mean, that's even gone. I mean, her eyes are like working independently of each other and stuff. And she's loco. She did this thing where she did like a 12-second little thing where she's acting like she's possessed. Like, I'm not kidding. I'll try to find the video. It's insanity.
And the stuff she's saying. It's nuts.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Here's today. And now she is saying that that TPUSA destroyed the Candace Owens reunion of her going back to TPUSA, and Charlie Kirk wanted her to go back to. Oh, okay. No, let's watch this real quick and listen, and then we'll go back in just a second. Someone had a question. Barry, is Barry the cause of the shutdown? Yes, Barry is the cause of the shutdown. That is correct. It's his fault. Yeah. His fault.
It's all your fault, Barry.
Thank you. Listen to this and then we'll comment.
About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright. Okay, Charlie was done. He said it explicitly that he refused to be bullied anymore by the Jewish donors. Can you guys answer? Did he express that? Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back because he was standing up for himself? And then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat before our onstage reunion could happen? It's a yes or a no. Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving, okay? There is no way you are letting these lies fly unless, as I am hearing, unless it is true that there was a big payday that was on the line. And if Charlie radically stated that he was done with Israel, if Charlie said he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause because of, and I quote, Jewish donors, the behavior of Jewish donors, if he said that, yes or no, well then, I don't know, maybe some people didn't want to take that risk that he was going to become Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson at Turning Point USA with all of those presences, so much presence across college campuses. Maybe they didn't want to take the chance. And I will say this, you know what? Somewhere Charlie is watching, okay? And I hope he knows that we are reunited, okay? We're on stage right now and the Jewish donors are very angry about it.
Listen.
She's making an excuse as to why she was not invited to the memorial.
Dude,
Exactly.
so now she comes out and says, Turning Point USA, if I'm wrong, send me a letter and tell me to stop. But they're not, listen, when somebody is hanging themselves, you don't necessarily just let them keep talking. Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind about what? Someone who just literally bullshits. First curse word in 2 shows. Thanks a lot, Rob. First curse word. I have been good. Now I got to go to my pastor and tell him that I cursed. She literally vomits stuff all over the screen and just throws stuff out there. She can just say anything. This is the woman who believes in Jewish space lasers. This is the woman who says the Holocaust didn't happen. This is the person who believes that 9/11 was because of the dancing Jews.
Does she also believe that the government controls the weather?
I have no idea. She doesn't believe in the moon landing. She doesn't believe in any. So, and now.
Doesn't she know that Jews can't dance?
I've heard that, well, that's not true. I know that's not true. I've seen The Jazz Singer. So Barry, you are directly impacted by this. This alt-right is doing damage to the Republican Party that the alt-left did the Democrats. And we better realize, like I had somebody on Candace Owen page today. She said, I'm sexist and I'm racist. And I'm like, you're a Republican? You sound like a lefty. I mean, this is where we've gone. So I want to get your opinion on this, and then we'll bring it all back.
Yeah, you're right about that. It used to be that we would just say all that hatred is from the left, but we're starting to get a little worried because some of it's coming from our side now too. And I'm not liking it. Not a lot. And not people that we agree with, but there's some people on the right, people that I used to respect too, like Candace.
Yeah,
few others.
Don't say anymore. Don't say anymore.
Oh, actually, I don't care anymore. It's like,
say more. Say more.
Yeah, it's getting outrageous. I mean, look, when you get somebody like like Tucker, who's just like, I mean, every time I turn on YouTube, every podcast is about Bibi Netanyahu or what Israel is doing. It's like every time it's like, really, guys, you gotta obsess. It's like with all the shit going on in the world, with all the horrible.
Hold on, Barry. Caller, hold on a second, caller. Barry's talking, then we'll bring you on. Okay, forget he hung up. Go.
Yeah, there is.
Hold on, he called back, Barry. Hold on, caller. We're putting you on hold. We'll bring you out in a second. Go ahead, Barry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting crazy, and it's like these conspiracy theories about it, and like how it started with right after Charlie was assassinated, and really Israel was behind it. There's a Mossad plane waiting to take the shooter away, and in the near distance. I mean. How do you even, and for people for even Bibi to come out and have to explain, no, we didn't kill Charlie Kirk. They really shouldn't even bother with it. It's just, like I said too, it's like, you might as well just say the New York Mets were behind Charlie Kirk's assassination. Nothing, it's so stupid and so ludicrous. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, but people bought it, people were going along with it. And I still see it online. Still people insisting that too. It's It's nuts, so I don't know what the obsession and the hatred is, but look, Israel's fighting the bad guys. They're fighting our enemies. They're fighting the world's enemies. So shut up and be happy. Say thank you.
And listen, you think Christians would just be a little hesitant to go ahead and everyone chime in on the hate, considering that the Bible and End of Days talks about that the world turns against Israel. It's like you guys are fulfilling the prophecy. Maybe maybe hang tight and step back a little bit. Caller, you wanted to call in. Who are we talking to?
This is Rob.
Hey, Rob, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, sorry, I got to walk away. Somebody's working on my car.
It's okay. So you got a couple of minutes. Go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
Well, you and I talked a while back, and I just wanted to touch base with you again because I love the content, of course.
Yep.
But we had a little disagreement on doxing people that are like nurses and doctors that want to basically say they're not going to help people if you're Republican or conservative. I wanted to know what your thoughts were on that.
I think there's ways to do that, which is to you can have a conversation in the public forum. You can go on Yelp. You can go on any type of health review board and submit and file a complaint against anyone unethical who is not following the Hippocratic Oath. There are ways to do that without doxing and putting those people's lives in danger. I don't support doxing. I never have. I never will. In fact, I just left $3,000 a month in my bank account because a company decided to dox people, and I said goodbye.
Okay. I believe what you're saying. Don't dox people's homes and so forth.
That's what doxing is.
But if there are people that want to basically say, I'm not going to help you as a nurse or a doctor, don't you think their businesses should be doxed?
No.
Do you not believe that?
No, I don't.
You don't believe that at all?
No, I
These
don't.
are people who want to kill you.
No, Rob, how many times do you want me to say it? No, I don't. Doxing is releasing information of personal nature that can get people killed or shot in a crazy frickin' world. If you want to leave a public review on that business, go to Yelp. If you want to go ahead and call the Better Business Bureau, you have that avenue. Doxing is taking a person's social security, their address, their children's schools, and putting it in a database or releasing it so people sick on them. That is what doxing means.
You're not hearing me. I don't mean doxing their families.
Then stop using the word doxing. Then stop using the word doxing.
Can I finish? Oh, okay. May I finish, sir?
Cancel, maybe?
Just stop using the word doxing, and you and I will probably agree.
Okay, whatever you call it. If people that are working in the health industry or teachers are saying, we love the fact that Charlie Kirk was killed. Do you really want your children in that school or you in that hospital?
Right. No.
So how do you fix that?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
How do you? So we don't call it doxing. What do we call it?
You call it doing exactly what I said. Contacting the Better Business Bureau. You can contact the state board for the Hippocratic Oath being violated. You can call. You can do it on Yelp. You can go to the website and leave a review. You can publish it on your Facebook page. You can go ahead and send smoke signals. You can do whatever you want. You can go in the public forum and go in front of the hospital and picket and protest. You can do all of those things. What I'm saying is you don't go ahead and put people's life in danger because you disagree with what they say. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I agree with you. Don't put their life in danger. By the way, I want to make that clear.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, yes, you can basically make them known that they're not good people, but don't put their life in danger.
That's
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
The last conversation we had back in September, I didn't think you really believe that. So,
well, why would I not?
I stand corrected if you believe that.
No, I don't. And the reason why is because words matter. And Rob, I'm not comparing you to the left, but what I'm saying is people make up words to cover up true intention. And the left does that better than anybody. White privilege, unconscious bias, gender affirming care.
Reproductive rights.
For reproductive rights, right? They rename things. Sensible gun control, which is gun confiscation. So when people on our side say doxing, but I don't mean that. Doxing to me, and at the moment somebody says doxing means to me or any word means to me, you've already lost the conversation with me because literal meanings are literal and they're to be taken literal. So I know what you're saying. You're talking about canceling people. You can cancel people. You want to cancel them? You don't want to do business with them? You want to go ahead and post your story? Hell, Barry did that on that New Jersey podcast when they doxed him, or they canceled him, and then the free market took over and we all raised bloody hell. But what I didn't do is take that guy's personal information and post his kids, what school they're in, their home address, like other people are doing. That's what I'm saying.
I made that clear, brother. I made that clear. I would never want to do that because that could get their family hurt.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I'm saying is the last time we spoke, it sounded like you didn't even want them exposed when they were healthcare people. And they said, if you are conservative Republican, we're going to let you die.
Yeah, no,
And that was our conversation back in September.
That's a
So
misconception, miscommunication. Sure it is. It's just maybe we were talking about a bunch of stuff, but I'll just let you know, I'll clarify. In no way, shape, or form have I ever said that you should not hold people accountable for their actions. I just think the level of accountability is important.
I'm glad you took my call because it cleared things up for me.
Good. That's important.
And I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you even more, man. And I'm not hostile with you. I'm just a matter of fact. Barry, did you have something for Rob, or Olivia? Did you guys have anything for Rob?
Well, I just agree with what he was just using the wrong word, but absolutely, like he said, if a doctor or a nurse is celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, I want to, like you said, contact his boss, post it on social media. So I think we're all in agreement. Yeah, we don't want his family hurt.
Yes,
we don't want to.
Yes, sir, Barry.
Thank you. We just want him canceled, and absolutely, he should not be a doctor. He should not be a nurse. So whatever we can take that keeps his family safe to get him out of that job, I'm all for that for sure.
Yeah, and here's a little hint. When the Better Business Bureau says we don't take personal complaints on employees, then don't say it's about an employee. Say the way I was treated was the business treated me this way, and then BBB has to take it. I've worked with the Better Business Bureau for 25 years. I've been through BBB hearings. I've sued the BBB through companies to go ahead and have things removed that they wouldn't remove. The BBB is predominantly a good company, but if you go ahead and say Bob Ross from this place did this, they will not take the complaint. But if you say the company treated me this way without specifically targeting an individual, they will take the complaint. So there's avenues for you. There's all sorts of places. And listen, if you go to Google Maps, you can go ahead and leave a review for a company. And you not only Yelp, there's hundreds of different applications where you can get it out there. And if worse comes to worse, go ahead and make a public post in an area around that hospital in a community group and say, is anyone else having these problems like I am? And get people to unilaterally join a group and start speaking out against this. This is how we went up against the Loudoun County School Board. We did it as a group. They joined communities all over Virginia, and we became a force that had a strong voice. So I'm all for the free market working. What I'm not okay with is what we've already discovered. So Rob, thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Matt.
All
appreciate
right.
you, man.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
Rob.
I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Olivia, does Olivia have anything to say about it?
Olivia just thinks you have a good voice. That's what she just said to me. She's like, he sounds like Chris Christopherson.
I have a face for radio. I promise you that.
Did you have anything?
Thanks a lot, Matt.
No, I agree. I'm with you on that.
All right, Rob, you're the best, buddy. Thanks, man. Appreciate you calling.
Thanks, man. Bye.
All right, bye. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I like hold people accountable. Just don't listen. I get threats all the time. All the frickin' time. I don't like it. I know I'm going to get swatted one day. And the thing is that I'm on edge anyway. And can you imagine that if I get my door kicked, what's the first thing you think I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a gun. And you have a chance of getting shot. This is no joke. This is serious stuff, man. And they are, it's not just Charlie Kirk. There's podcasters they're coming after all the time. Crowder just went back on campuses. He was spending $140,000 an event for security, and he's doing it again. And he just had to stop because of all the death threats. It's crazy out there.
Well, it's true. I mean, I got not to the extent of I'm not famous like Charlie Kirk and those guys, but when I was completely attacked by the trans community, and you can ask my wife too. It was like we had to like kind of block our social media. There were hundreds of them coming out of the woodwork and saying the sickest things. I made a joke about an actor who received an award and he was wearing a dress, and everybody's acting like it was look how beautiful he looks or whatever. And it's ridiculous. It was silly.
Right.
And I said what it was. I said, this guy's an asshole. He looks like an idiot. He's wearing a dress. It's like, you're not gonna tell me he's a girl. He's not a girl. So. And I posted that on some website. Oh my God! And they, but they're dangerous. If they probably knew, I was starting to think they were going to start trying to show up at my studio or at my house, and we were concerned because these people are crazy. So if I was maybe had a little more fame or something, who knows what they would have done, So it's scary out there for sure. People have to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, like I always try to bring two perspectives to that. By the way, Kimberly says, thanks for explaining doxing, Matt. I hear that word thrown around so much. It's not a problem. I appreciate it. Mallory Klondike went ahead and looked it up for us. Says doxing is searching for and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. That's I couldn't have said it better myself, because that is the literal definition. Here is Candace Owens, and dude, I just want you to see this, and then we'll move on. But this is rich. Yeah, we're gonna watch it a couple times because you have to embrace the weirdness.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Are you so scared? You don't get to ask those questions.
Shit.
What's wrong with you, Mom? Are you so scared? You don't get to ask those questions.
Listen, intervention and a priest. You're a Catholic. I mean, they believe demonic possession is possible in the Catholic religion. I think we need an intervention. Damien has found a new home. This chick is completely possessed. Yes.
I literally was about to say that's The Exorcist right there. That's exactly what I thought of when I saw that.
Am I wrong?
No.
But listen, this 180, listen, I've seen people go crazy before. My mother's one of them. My mother went completely nuts. And like the sweetest kind, well, no, that's a lie. But it's still a woman you could just be like, I love you, and you have faults, but I love you. But then turned into literally like Satan. And it's a gradual progression. It's not an overnight thing. She has literally it's like Jimi Hendrix, dude. He couldn't play the blues, went down to the crossroads, and came back to being the greatest guitarist ever. He sold his soul to the devil. Everyone knows it. Candace,
Robert Johnson, by the way.
Yeah, Robert Johnson too. Right. And Blind Dog Fulton. But,
Right.
but am I wrong?
Pea soup is next. That's the only thing it's missing.
I'm missing the reference on that.
Just spewing vomit all over. Yeah.
Exorcist, they use pea
Exorcist,
soup.
right.
Got it.
Right. No, listen, I got your reference.
wrong with
I love it.
I haven't seen it.
She's just, listen, I want her to get help, and I want her to get on some meds. Angela Hillis says, thanks for all you do to keep us informed, truthful information. We love you. Listen, I actually care about Candace Owens. I really do. And the reason why I'm so won't let this go and I'm a dog with a bone is because I really, really liked the woman. And it's the same thing that Megyn Kelly did when she started going left. I was so disappointed in her in 2016 with Trump. And I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed right now with some of the things that she continues to do. And she should be calling out Candace Owens. And she should be calling out Tucker, yet she's not. She's standing pat. And there has to come a point where monies and clicks are not as important as personal integrity and honor, All right.
Yeah, well, Candace Owens, she was like one of those. I remember I posted when she first came into the public eye. I was like, oh, this year it'll be on my bucket list to do her headshots. I thought it'd be such a great idea, and now. She's like just another person now. It's just like
well, the good news is you won't need to go ahead and get behind her when you want to take back shots, because she'll just spin her fucking head around and.
Yeah, right.
Well,
I need you to turn your head to the left. Whoa, not that far left. Go ahead.
The almighty dollar. Some people think the almighty dollar is stronger than integrity. That's just the way people are.
Yeah.
Integrity is not many people have it these days.
Well, like my thoughts are like, she's grifting so hard into this that it's at the point it's starting to, in my opinion, trash Charlie Kirk's memory. Like you have millions of people listening to you, and you're saying that he didn't like Israel. It's a complete lie. I posted his letter and broke it down for everybody, where he gave marketing advice to Israel. I mean, his love for Israel. Yeah, it was extensive. And he loved Israel. He just disagreed with some of the things that were taking place on how they were representing themselves in this conflict, and that they weren't winning the PR battle. And they're right. Israel's done a crappy job of winning the PR battle on social media. They just have, and they tried. I follow the IDF page and I follow Israel. They do a good job, but it's not. They need people who are speaking who have the influence. And when you have Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, sometimes Megan, and these other influencers like Nick Fuentes, that's a lot of people. And you're talking 20 million people are listening to those four. And if you don't have somebody to combat that other than Ben Shapiro, you're going to have a problem. So his feedback was, here are the things you can do to make it better. If he didn't like Israel, he wouldn't be trying to help them. Right. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's partly I don't know if it's I think Israel does a lot to explain their position. I just think people are just so full of hatred and just, I mean, it doesn't matter what Israel says or does. It's like, how much more do you have to see that Hamas is evil? I mean, you if they sit through the October 7th videos, and they're still gonna say all those poor Gazans or whatever. It's just sometimes you just can't. There's certain things you can't explain to people, or they don't want to hear it. You know,
but you have to continue to try. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think they do though. I always see people on talk shows.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, I do hear it though, but I don't know. I think some people just don't want to listen.
Well, that's not the point. The point is that you've got 24% of the youth population here have a very serious gripe in their eyes because of the stuff that they're listening to and consuming about Israel, which in my opinion is a disinformation campaign. And this is very similar to what happened with Ukraine. And also we saw with Iran, but it's not at this level. You're right. This is a systemic hatred that goes towards Israel. And the only way to combat that is education, because the far right and the far left are both after Israel, and they get 90% of the news cycle. The only way to beat that is to ensure that you have airwaves and monopolize social media. But you know this, you can go on to Twitter right now, and for every one positive thing about Israel, there's 50 negative articles.
True. Crazy.
It's
like
nuts.
And those lunatics, and they're multiplying too.
Yeah. Well, they're like rabbits, and that's because it's grifting and it makes money. Yeah. It makes money, and that's why they're doing it. But I don't want them censored. I want them exposed. Right. You know, and I think you know, this is where Christians need to stand up, and Christians need to jump into this and get involved. And there are a bunch of influencers who should stand up and explain why Israel and their existence and sovereignty is symbiotically attached to Christianity, and it certainly is. And we don't do enough of it. And I'm doing it on this show, but I don't have a big enough reach. But I'm with you, Barry. I think it can't be, let's stick our head in the sand and say that Israel is morally correct, and they are, in my opinion, and then just say, well, that should take care of itself, because that's not the way it's going to happen. You've got to get the information out there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, same thing with ICE, though. I mean, now how many people think ICE are Nazis? You know, or stormtroopers? Like, you know, just I don't know. I think some people don't want to hear it.
I agree. They don't want to hear it. So you know what? Shove it down their throats.
No. I agree. Which I try to do.
And then you get canceled from the New Jersey podcast. Here is, let's go to something a little bit easier to swallow. How about The View? Oh, yeah, out of the frying pan into the fire.
Do we have a trash can near, just in case?
Yes. 3.5 years. They're flipping out. They're like, we can't last another 3.5 years. Listen to this.
If you guys think that we can survive another 3.5 years of this, I think you're delusional. Every day there's some nihilistic thing.
It's only Tuesday, Joy. Can we not start there?
I hate to be Debbie Downer, but every day this guy is undoing something in this country that we value. Every day. It's every day is a shock and awe here. And I, for one, am skeptical that we will survive this.
I am not. If you need that for a week, I do believe our belief in our system.
You've seen worse. No, I have not. Worse. No, I grew up during World War II.
It's Whoopi that says she's seen worse.
No, I thought
I'm going to need Whoopi to cheer us up.
But every Cuban Missile Crisis, every president, civil rights, and they were all dealt with by presidents who were not, in the business of destroying the country and destroying the Constitution.
I'm hopeful.
I mean, we always had presidents who followed the law, including Nixon. As bad as he was, he had respect for the Constitution. And he didn't go after the military and call them names. I've never heard of such a thing in this country.
Actually, that's not true at all. Nixon was particularly sour against the military, and so was Kennedy, to be completely honest with you. And Bill Clinton was the worst because he cut their budget and closed bases and shut down ships and stopped servicing Kevlar and armoring vehicles. Bill Clinton was single-handedly the Grim Reaper to the military. So she doesn't understand her history. She grew up in World War II, right? So she was what, like 6 months old?
She's born
how old?
October of 1942, which means she doesn't remember a damn thing about
that's that. That's like me saying I remember Kennedy. You dumb.
Exactly.
Kennedy died like November 22nd, 1963. I was born in 64, so I was minus 10.
Exactly. It would be like me saying I remember the night that Ronald Reagan got elected vividly. I was freaking 9 months old. No, I was 8 months old. That would be like me saying that.
Holy shit, I robbed the cradle. That's twice. It's twice I've cussed. I'm sorry. So Barry, I know
I'm not that young.
I know how much you love The View. So
all of a sudden, Candace sounds normal.
can we survive 3.5 years of Donald Trump? I mean, really, what is so bad?
I know they're just, well, of course, Joy. I guess she was making a Hitler reference because Donald Trump is so much like Hitler, according to these fucking hags. Oh, excuse me. I guess
you no, it's not your soul. It's mine. Go ahead.
But yeah, but I mean, they make me nuts. I mean, they are the worst. The question is, can we survive another 3 years of listening to these hags speak about this nonsense? It's like, I mean, just how are they stay on the air? They just utter the worst lies and the sickest statements. I mean, it's just laughable. But if
isn't Joy Jewish? Isn't she Jewish?
No, she's not.
Oh,
she's
okay.
Italian. Yeah, she's not.
Okay. I for some reason I thought she was. So
yeah.
Can I ask?
Not that we have leftist Jews that talk like that too. Compared to
it's called Florida.
It really will make my head explode. But yeah, but they're just such ignorant idiots.
Why isn't there a man on that panel? Can I ask that question?
Gee, I wonder why.
Could they listen?
Yeah, right.
I want to volunteer. I would go to work every day, and I would just be zippity doo dah, zippity yay. I would go into work with just a glow on, and I'd be like, "Ladies, how are we doing? Screw you, Nazi." Oh, okay, it's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah, I mean, what is Trump taking apart for the country? What does I mean? He's stopping crime. He closed the borders. He's stopping crime in D.C. How much crime going down in Chicago? He's going wherever else.
Drug prices.
Why are these bad things? I mean, they can't explain that. What do they think is happening? They just lie. They say ICE is just pulling people, kidnapping people, putting bags over their head, taking them away, never to be seen from again. And these people were innocent family. I mean, just who believes this shit? And who watches that show?
A lot of people, unfortunately. It's just like what we were talking about with the alt-right. It's like people. I can't tell you how many people on Candace are just like, hey, she's getting to the truth. I'm like, what? Just have an open mind. Have an open mind.
Yeah. Right.
This is the problem. Is there's something between having an open mind and being completely delusional, right? I mean, you're not supposed to be, acquiesce to every single person's thought and entertain it. You are allowed to block out noise, and The View is just an echo chamber of noise.
Yeah, when I debated people when they were coming out when Charlie was assassinated, and I started seeing the Israel conspiracies, and I posted something about it on social media, and then people came to me, well, we're just wondering because we don't trust. Because after Butler, we don't trust what happened, which is understandable. But okay, what does that have to do? How did you get Israel, though? I mean, it just makes no sense. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. It's like
everything is Israel's fault. I think the Jews probably want to be as manipulative and crafty as people say they are. They'd be like, we couldn't be stopped. We would be Muslims. We'd be everywhere. So, but guess what? That's not what's happening. So, listen, I think being critical is fine, but being completely just disassociated from reality because you think everything is the responsibility of one group of people. People give way too much credit to the United States government and say it's as powerful as it is and that it can do anything it wants. You guys have no idea. You've never worked for the government. It is a complete Chinese fire drill. Israel has the same problem. There's just the government couldn't possibly do what you keep saying that the government can do, because it can't even find its ass with two hands and a flashlight. Okay, it can't even balance the budget, but they can keep super international secrets and do 40 to 50,000 people in a plot to steal the election, when the obvious answer is right in front of you, but you just don't want to hear it because it's not as sexy as some clandestine psyop. So it's just tiresome.
Our daughter had more respect for this country than our president at 8 years old than
Not allowed in my house.
Wait, sorry. Go, say it again.
Said our daughter had more respect for this country and the president at 8 years old than Joy Behar does at, what is she, 83? I mean, how can we survive another 3.5 years of this guy? He's your effing president.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you don't like him. I did not like Obama. I think he was a horrible president. I think he's a horrible person. Everything I know about him, never met him, but I don't like him. But you know what? I damn well respected him while he was in that office, and I called him President Obama, no matter how much I disliked his policies and disliked him. He is your president. Freaking respect him. I mean,
but on top of that, he's doing things that are great for the country, and you just can't hate you either. You have to hate the country if you think what he's doing is bad for us. There's just something mentally off about that you're so that's sick. I mean, look at those. You see those videotapes. Even I think Rosie O'Donnell's therapist thinks she's crazy.
Yeah.
He's even like, he said, "What with you and Trump?" It's like,
Rosie, I think I've never used this clinical term, but I think you're batshit crazy.
I think he almost fired her. I mean, it's like,
right.
For Trump arrangement syndrome.
Unfortunately, there's never been an unsolvable case. Freud says that every single person can be psychoanalyzed except the Irish, and her name is O'Donnell. And Freud did say that. Freud did say that. He said the Irish can't be psychoanalyzed because they have no conscience.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Freud did enough cocaine to kill a small horse.
So Barry, and I don't know if you know this, or I'm sure some people do. What I was referring to with Hayden when she was 8 years old is we had gone to a baseball game, and when we were living in Texas, and we got there a little late, so we're getting snacks and still finding our seats when oh my gosh, your tail, when the national anthem started playing. Immediately, our kids stop, face the field to face the flag, hands over heart. And we're just standing there. There's two women who are sitting in their seats gabbing and won't shut up during the anthem. I love you, but get down. And she leans over and goes, "Excuse me, the anthem is playing. Can you please stand?"
Oh, wow. I love her.
She's 8, and she's her father's clone. So
well, no, but the two ladies turned around to look at her, and they were going to give her an earful, and they saw me, and I'm just looking at them. And then they stood up.
But yeah, Hayden has, just like her father, has no issue saying what is on his mind. Neither does his daughter.
So a question.
It's astonishing. Sometimes you do see young kids that age who know more than some adults.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll show you a video when she was 7 years old, where she walks through what the stars on the flags are, how many stripes are, how many people are in the Senate, how many representatives there are. It could tell you the first 10 amendments and break down each one, subcontext in each amendment. She can tell you all the branches of government. She can tell you what a bill is. She can talk about how a continued resolution. She went on for like 15 minutes, and I recorded the whole thing because we've always taught her these things.
Or when she owned her 5th grade teacher.
Yeah, there's a whole cool stuff. So one of the questions was, has Ben Shapiro really called out Candace Owens? He can't, because they're still in litigation. It's litigation.
Oh, is that what that is? I never understood what was going on with them.
Yeah, they haven't publicly disclosed it, but they are still in litigation.
Oh,
so that's going to take a while, because unemployment, and then there's countersuits, and so he's not going to say anything about Candace, and he shouldn't have to. Why give her any air? That's like Ben Shapiro addressing Nick Fuentes. Why? Why should he? Nick Fuentes doesn't address me. Why? Because I'm small time compared to Nick. And Ben Shapiro is light years above Fuentes, and he has no reason to address Fuentes. Mm-hmm. But Nick, you can call me anytime, because I already spanked your other guy. So you're second in command. I worked him over. So let's see. Video. This one's interesting. It's not what you think it is. Folks, we're at 91.99. We have a goal of 300 tonight. I would appreciate it if we have a chance to, if you don't mind, donate if you can. Right over Barry's face is a Venmo Q card. Is that what it's called? What's that called?
QR code.
QR code. And you can scan PayPal on the left or Venmo on the right. If you have an iPhone, you just take a screenshot and then click it in your photos. It'll take you right to the donation page. Or you can use your Android device and do the same thing. Real simple. Please do that. We're going to leave those up for this video, and we'll take them down after the video. But that is how you do it. Venmo and PayPal are right there. This video, you look at it and you're like, wait a second. I don't, what is this? Is this going to be another left? It's going to look like a lefty loon video. I want you to listen to it really close. It's actually pretty amazing. And then we'll have comments right after. Here we go. Well, after I turn on the volume, of course. We're going viral on Facebook, baby.
Yep, I see it.
Where's it at?
315, 952.
All right, here we go.
Just real fast, since it's going around right now, if you allow your children to watch children's shows with pro-LGBTQ messaging, you are not being a rock star all-inclusive ally. You are grooming them. And I say that as someone who looks like this. My son is not allowed to watch anything with pro-LGBTQ messaging in it. Well, gee, Becky, why is that? Aren't you gay? Super duper yes, but to teach a child that they can be gay, lesbian, bi, pan, yada, yada, yada is to imply that children are sexual beings, capable of having an orientation. Let that simmer for a second. Yeah. Why would a child need to consider their orientation? Furthermore, why would adults want to create and promote shows to help 7-year-olds establish their orientation? No, you got it wrong. It's to teach inclusivity. Negative, dum-dum. It is not age-appropriate education. There are precisely 0 reasons why a 7-year-old should ask themselves the question, am I gay? So if someone calls you homophobic because you do not allow your children to watch shows with pro-LGBTQ messaging, please just keep in mind that I look like this, and it is not allowed in my house. I am like low-key a little homophobic, though.
Low-key. How old is she to say low-key?
Well, hold on a second. First of all,
that was funny, the last part.
Yeah, so
she was great.
Somebody subscribed on YouTube. I didn't see it, but thank you for your subscription over on YouTube. Also, we had a donation by WR332. He said, Crowder's Change My Mind is just posted, bringing back his old series to continue in Charlie's absence. I absolutely love it. I had a chance to see pockets of it, and they released some early clips. I think it is extremely brave of Crowder. He started this whole thing. This was his movement, and he did it on campuses, and Charlie brought a level of professionalism to it, and I think it's brave and it's awesome. And honestly, if I would love to do it. I really would. I just these guys have it down and they do a great job of it. But if I thought there was benefit to do it, I would do it too. So anyway, that video I will put up tonight. I'll do a cut of it so you guys can share it. It's fantastic. I love it. And then remember, PayPal, Venmo, we're going to close these. If you guys want to donate, you can use the QR code or just go to thedumbshow.com/donate. Livy, you first. Your thoughts on this, and then we'll get Barry's.
I think it's great. I think more people who are in the LGBTQ community need to stand up if they think like this. And they need to speak out. Because if they don't, I mean, I guess if they don't, they're not supporting it. But if they are gay or lesbian and they don't feel the way that the rest of the community does, they should say something.
Yeah.
And, and that may get them ostracized, but we're ostracized anyway for saying it. So
they're going to get ostracized for something to the left.
Yeah.
They eat their own. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they eat their own.
And so that great, you follow that great group, Gays Against Groomers, I think it is.
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean that's great. That's what that's
exactly
what she's all about. So it's good for them. It's like, kids shouldn't be involved with. It's not an anti-gay thing. It's just kids should not be involved with any sexuality. Why are you teaching kids this? Should be taught anything about it.
They need to be learning STEM. They need to be learning STEM, and then when they're going through puberty, they don't need to deal with this. They have enough to deal with when it comes to puberty that they don't need this. They're still trying to figure things out then. Wait. I mean, freaking most kids who are 17, 18 don't even know what they want to major in college. They don't even know,
My daughter doesn't even know how to clean her room.
Exactly.
And she's almost 16. So
I don't even know how to clean my room. I'm 64.
Well, that's fine. I just don't agree with this. I don't agree that I don't think kids should be talking about picket fences. I don't think they should be talking about heterosexual relationships either.
Exactly.
There's a time and a place. Yeah, leave it alone.
We have a theater near us, near our town, and I just looked at their schedule. They have a show coming up just in time for Christmas. It's called Drag Queen Christmas. Now, parents could be bringing their kids to this, and I think that's infuriating. That's so disgusting. It's just, and why drag queens for Christmas? Especially for kids. It's just, I don't know. I think that's just so vile.
I don't want to see Santa in a drag outfit. To be honest with you, it's a little gross. Little gross to me. So there's this podcast going around, and Emma Watson got on it.
I had a feminist book club called Art Shutdown.
And I don't know if you guys had a chance to listen to Emma Watson, who just beautiful young lady, and
yeah, she was Hermione in the Harry Potter movies,
and had everything in front of her. But her and Daniel Radcliffe decided to go ahead and rail against JK Rowling, who literally created them, and she was called mom on the set. Yeah, they called her mom. JK Rowling is no Trump supporter. She's a liberal. But
of course.
But liberals
she's right on this.
Liberals are fine. There's nothing wrong with liberals. It's leftists that have a problem. And she's certainly not a leftist. But this interview with Emma Watson, I'm going to try to find the segment. I'm going to scramble through it. But again, then I'm going to show you JK Rowling. Now, Emma Watson has literally dragged JK Rowling for years, calling her transphobe, homophobic, an evil person, bad as Voldemort. I mean, some crazy stuff. And Daniel Radcliffe, all of them have literally just turned putrid and vitriolic towards her. And so the thing is that this is no longer as popular as it used to be, and the trans community is getting a lot of pushback. And this sympathy and empathy from every group, including the left and the LGBT community, is like, they're sick of trans people. They're just done with it. They're done with the drama. That's not the same thing as lesbian, gay, and bisexual. It is completely a different species altogether. And they're kind of like, we don't want them in our community. We don't want transgender, queer, two-spirit, whatever. That's not our movement. Our movement is based upon that lesbians and gays, bisexuals should have, equality when it comes to marriage, be able to love who they want, whatever. Transgenderism is, you're literally trying to change science based upon a unicorn reality. So a lot of people are sick of it. So Emma Watson, I'm glad we're not on TikTok tonight. Emma Watson said the following. I'm going to try to find the clip. It's a little bit longer, but we'll narrow it down and just listen to this. And a lot of people are saying that she is backpedaling now because she's trying to get work and she's not able to because a lot of people don't like her politics.
So that was part of those conversations. Is the courage it takes to actually say something to someone. Because it's such a scary thing to do, and it often requires...
Okay, I can't stand this chick. Sorry. Let me see if I can find this.
Yeah, who is that?
Well, some idiots watching it, and they're just commenting. And I don't mind that if you want to comment on it. But anyway,
let us actually hear it as opposed to you talking the whole time.
Emma Watson struggling with her. Okay, here it is.
It has to remain true. It is true. And this is where this holding of these, I just don't know what else to do other than hold these two seemingly incompatible things together at the same time and just hope maybe they will one day resolve or co-join themselves and maybe accept that they never will, but that they can both still be true. And I can love her. I can know she loved me. I can be grateful to her. I can know the things that she said are true. And that can be this whole other thing. And my job feels like to just hold all of it. But the bigger thing is just what she's done will never be taken away from me. Ever cancel her out or cancel that out.
So here she is backpedaling after saying some of the most vitriolic things. Here's JK Rowling's response. Oh my. Listen, I have a gift of writing and I can scorch earth people. But listen, you don't mess with the chick who wrote Harry Potter. She already knows how to write. Here's what she said. Like other people who've never experienced adult life uncushioned by wealth and fame, Emma has so little experience of real life, she's ignorant of how ignorant she is. She'll never need a homeless shelter. Or she'll never need a homeless shelter. She's never going to be placed on a mixed-sex public hospital ward. I'd be astounded if she's been in a high street changing room since childhood. Her public bathroom is single occupancy and comes with a security man standing guard outside the door. Has she had to strip off in a newly mixed-sex changing room at a council-run swimming pool? Is she ever likely to need a state-run rape crisis center that refuses to guarantee an all-female service? To find herself sharing a prison cell with a male rapist who's identified into the woman's prison. I wasn't a multimillionaire at 14. I lived in poverty while writing the book that made Emma famous. I therefore understand from my own life experience what the trashing of women's rights in which Emma has so enthusiastically participated means to women and girls without her privileges. Holy God. I mean, talk about getting, it just got torched. Liv, Emma Watson.
Emma Watson has also come out as, what is it?
Self
partner.
Okay, I'm totally down for that. Oh, like I respect that. Just video and we're good.
She needs to stock up on the batteries, but self partner, come on.
Listen, lithium ion has done wonders. Let her have her self love. Just get an OnlyFans account or something. Go ahead, baby. She's a feminist too. She does. She's come out. She's like, I'm independent. I'm not in a relationship. I'm self-love. I love myself. And I'm like, more power to you. Hey, we have that in common. So Liv, can you forgive her? I mean, do you sit here and go, oh, you know what? Maybe she's turning over a leaf. But to me, that sounds like a half-assed apology.
Yes, it does. And to be honest, JK Rowling has every right to never forgive her. JK Rowling made her, and Emma would not be where she is or who she is without JK Rowling. And the fact that she said all those vitriolic things about her shows the true character of Emma Watson. And she's a spoiled little brat is what she is. She grew up in the spotlight. She got the part at 10 years old, and she grew up in the spotlight, and she grew up a millionaire, and she has no idea what it's like to live a normal life. Right. And you can tell
privilege.
You can absolutely tell. And it's honestly, it's pathetic. And somebody should have taught her, don't bite the hand that feeds. Because
did you watch the Harry Potter series, Barry?
No, never seen one.
Do you know who Voldemort? You don't know who Voldemort is? Dumbledore?
No.
Never read the book. So
I just know JK Rowling wrote it.
Yeah.
I would say JK Rowling's response was almost as good as your response to The Best of New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know about that. She's pretty. I had a joke. I was like, by the way, Candace Owens says Voldemort's Jewish, but you don't know who he is, so it doesn't. He's Adolf Hitler of the magic world, basically.
Oh,
so
yeah, then he definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course, of course. Listen, we're big fans of the Harry Potter series, and honestly,
I'll check it out. I think Shelly's seen it. I'll have to watch it one of these days.
You gotta read the books.
I'm not gonna weep for millionaires. I don't want to hear your drama. I don't care what JK Rowling thinks. I don't care what Emma Watson thinks. I don't care what Daniel Radcliffe. It ended for me in Harry Potter 7.2. I just want to see you act. Just shut up, do your acting, and keep your personal opinions to yourself. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Especially when you're that stupid.
And
even with her subtitles, I didn't know what the hell she was talking about.
Right. It was like Kamala Harris wrote her speech. It was pretty bad. Yeah. Caroline Levitt. By the way, folks, $91.99 is where we're at on we have stalled on donations. Just and we need to get there. I don't want to run a commercial because Barry's here, but you guys are going to force me. So if we can just see a little pop, we won't play the commercial. But if not, I got to play the commercial. So I will do this. Caroline Levitt. She left a recorded message on the White House comment line, which has been, God, you've seen all this stuff. I love it. Which is because of the shutdown, the operators are not working. And Caroline Levitt, went on the White House PBX board and re-recorded this message. And it is golden. Listen to this. And then we're going to have to take a break because we're way behind. Here it is.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line.
Hello, America. This is White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Democrats in Congress have shut down the federal government because they care more about funding health care for illegal immigrants than they care about serving you, the American people. Until Democrats vote for the clean, Republican-backed continuing resolution to reopen the government, the White House is unable to answer your call or respond to your questions. We look forward to hearing from you again very soon. And in the meantime, please know President Trump will never stop fighting for you. Thank you, and God bless you.
What an amazing troll. Trump is spreading, it's infectious. He wants people to stop being politically correct. And if there's one thing that everyone should embrace is that Donald Trump destroyed PC. He just killed it. That is the greatest thing he's done. And you know what? A reporter calls him out and he makes fun of that reporter, and people just how can he do that? Well, because he started talking trash to me. Wait, a Gold Star family trashed the president and then he decided to go ahead and trash them back. He can't do that. They're sacred. Donald Trump he doesn't have any F's to give. And I do love that about him. I love the fact that he's not afraid to speak his mind. And you love him or hate him, man, you got to appreciate that about him. So anyway, Barry, tell everyone how to get your new book. Oh, go ahead.
Before that, speaking of Caroline, just to do a little name drop. And I'm wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing now. Me and Caroline. Right
there. That's awesome.
Sorry, a little name dropping, but I love that shot. And she is so cool.
You didn't get her booked on my show, huh?
Hopefully she remembers. But yeah, she's great.
We were gonna plug Barry's book, but I don't think we're gonna do that anymore. So no. Listen, Barry has gotten us some amazing guests, and we do absolutely appreciate it. She's amazing. I would love to get her on. She's incredible. Great. So, how do they get the book, man? Tell everybody when's it coming out? Where's it at? How do they go and pre-order it?
Well, official release November 4th, but you can get pre-orders signed by me at ballastbooks.com. And it's going to be on Amazon too. And soon you'll be able to get it on my website, but that's again after November 4th.
And you're going to autograph that thing, right?
So you got it.
All right. So
if you like music, if you like rock and roll, if you like blues, R&B, all kinds of musicians are in there, all legends that I've captured over the years. So I think you'll enjoy it. So make a nice Christmas Hanukkah gift for sure.
Yeah, and great coffee table book. So even if you don't drink coffee, still a great. Just throw it on the table. Throw it on the table. Maybe you drink Sprite or 7-Up or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just throw it on the table. Leave it there. People will look at it. I mean, it's amazing. The photographs are incredible, and it's an amalgamation of musical history, and what I love.
Funny stories, too. Some good stories.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying there's good stories.
Yeah. So everything that I've seen from it, it's absolutely incredible. It's going to get a prime position back here. We can't wait for you actually to come out. We're just waiting for you and the missus to book a trip to Virginia since it's so incredibly far.
We're going to do it. Where in Virginia are you guys again? I keep forgetting.
Just just head towards DC and you'll find it. It's literally that.
Okay. All right, good.
You can't miss it. You just drive to DC and then you take a right and you'll be there. You'll get it.
Look for the sign that says Spears.
It's like 5 hours away from you.
Okay, that's normal. That's what I do.
Maybe
we're about 45 minutes away from your studio in Virginia that we came to.
Okay, that works.
If that helps.
Yeah, I know Jack and Mandy would said we should all come down one.
Done. Oh God, that would be amazing.
Chris too. Chris is going to be in Maryland. He moved to Maryland, so he's going to be close to you guys.
I'm just waiting for him to. He said as soon as he's not so busy, he'll contact me to get on the show. So we're waiting to get him.
Chris.
Good.
Yeah, Chris Martini. He was the one that Jack and Mandy referred to us. He's just super.
No,
busy
and we got to get
now.
Peranto out here too. Like we need to do something fun. But yeah, if we could get all of us on the same panel, because we could actually have 8 here. We can put two people on each mic, so we can just Oh, yeah. It'd be awesome. All right. We got Chuck, $52. Please support by donating. Yes, please support by donating. We're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be back with more Barry. We appreciate everybody, and we'll see you in just a few seconds. Just listen to this quick commercial, and then we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations. But after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking I can't do it. I can't untighten
That's what she said.
That's what she's... Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound.
Child got 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't smile at me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm going to punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something
There's no but there. Why do you've been doing it since you were 2 years old. Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
He's better at
Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just, go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
We're going to owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh, yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
Yes, thank you for your support. We appreciate it. Back with Barry Morgenstein from a new book coming out November 4th, and you can get that at ballastbooks.com, which essentially captures some of the greatest rock and roll photographs, in my opinion, in history. They're beautiful and with great stories to boot. You can go and get that. Nathan Krakula says, "Go Barry."
Thank you, Nathan.
Do you know who Nathan Krakula is?
Actually, I do.
Oh,
yes.
Well, yeah, there
Facebook
he is.
friends.
Yeah. He's right there,
Nathan.
and he says, "Go Barry."
Oh,
outstanding.
nice. Hey, Nathan.
That is a fantastic goatee, bro. I mean, seriously, that's well done.
I like it. Yeah.
It's good stuff. Listen, I'm not here to make fun of any religion. I don't try to do that unless I'm just jesting and stuff. But I don't know what's going on with the Pope, but I've got some questions and I'm a little worried. The Blessing of the Waters by Pope Leo was at the Raising Hope for Climate Justice International Conference by the Castle Gandolfo, where a giant ice cube was blessed by the Pope.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Towards a flourishing
I've heard of
creation.
I've heard of holy water before, but
holy ice.
Holy moly. This is just watch. First of all, I don't like ritual. And I'm not a big person on false idols, and I'm not a big person on, like, my understanding of religion is that you worship Jesus Christ or God as your savior, and that's pretty much Judeo-Christian beliefs. And I think when you start doing nobility and robes and gold, and it's kind of antithetical to what God preached, and it's a little weird for me. But these ceremonial type things are strange. This is weird. I can't understand it. So maybe there's somebody in the audience who can help me understand it. But this is for climate justice.
To invite you to stand for the blessing of the waters.
Wow. This is weird.
Wait. No. Just wait.
But this is an old Monty Python sketch.
No. Okay, we're not going to insult we're not going to do this. We're going to try to understand it and then conceptualize and then report on
Lord
it.
of life, bless this water. May it awaken our hearts, cleanse our indifference, soothe our grief, and renew our hope through Christ our Lord.
Okay.
By our
Fine with that?
We move.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is a little much.
Features.
Laudato si, mi Signore, con tutte le tue creature. Laudato si, mi Signore, con tutte le tue creature.
Listen, I'm just here for the human sacrifice, and I'm wondering when this is going to happen.
Not delay. Will you join with us?
Laudato si.
We will raise hope by standing with communities most at risk.
and into every corner of the.
All right, Catholics, how you feeling? Let's give us a call. Let us know what your thoughts are. Listen, 276-200-2105. That's great. Water has significant in Wicca too. So I'm very aware that water can mean life and strength and purity, and it's synonymous with many religions, and I understand that. I also understand the blessing of the water and the Holy Sacrament. I get that too. But remember, I also know that the elements are also used in Druidic chants. They're used in Wicca. They're used in paganism and satanic rituals just as well. That's not my point. My point is what in the wide world of sports is going on here? Because this is a little left field. Come on, people. Don't tell me you're like, oh, I so like bonded with that moment. Go ahead, Liv.
Call me crazy.
Crazy.
But I would prefer the leader of my church to not be reading the prayer when he says it. I would prefer him to be actually saying it from his heart and actually praying to God as opposed to saying a speech. That's just...
Oh my gosh, that is really astute. And you know what? That's a really good observation that isn't done in comedy. It's actually a really good one. Mine's humor. Yours is fantastic. I mean, that's a really good point. Barry, what do you think about all these Gentiles?
I think that was actually an outtake from the life of Brian. I'm sorry, I've never seen it like that. I really don't know what that's about. That was bizarre. And if we're gonna bless ice, how about if we just bless some ice agents instead of a cube?
You know, bless and listen.
Ice baby.
Yeah, I think somebody said that on comment.
I'm amazed they didn't have vanilla ice.
Oh yeah,
there.
Vanilla Ice should have walked out there and he's just like, stop, collaborate, and listen.
Angel, I beat you to it. That's what she said. Ice baby on comment.
Oh, listen.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I'm not trying to listen.
I don't know what.
I don't care what religion did this. This is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
And there's nothing in the Bible that explains that. And this is what makes me just question. And it doesn't matter what it is, but that's like cult-like to me. And it's taking attention away from God. And I really like your point.
What is climate justice? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but what is climate justice? I don't even know what the hell that is.
I don't even know what that is. Yeah.
You have to donate to Al Gore to find out.
Yeah.
You have to reduce your carbon footprint, and we'll tell you. I don't know. It's just, I don't like the pomp and circumstance. You know what? I love my church that after talking to my pastor today, that I told him one thing at the pretty much the end of 2.5 hour conversation. Hold on. We got a phone call. Wait 1 second, caller. So at a 2.5 hour phone call, our meeting with him, the one thing I said to him is that at one point he showed some emotion. I'm not going to share the story. It's not my story to tell. But he demonstrated some emotion. And I just said to him, you have never been more divine than when you just showed your humanity. Take a second. Think about that. You're talking to a pastor, a man of God, who spiritually leads his congregation. And my comment to him was, you have never been more divine than when you demonstrated your humanity. And I think he was taken aback by that. Like, wow. And I think if we could stop the dog and pony show and take away some of the weirder stuff that happens, that more people will embrace it when you demonstrate humanity over some sort of theatrical play that has no bearing whatsoever. I mean, you can bless the ice all you want. I'm pretty sure it's still going to melt. Caller, where are you from? What do you want to talk about?
This is Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
And basically the ice, it was done at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, and the ice is seen as a reminder of God's power and glory. And the natural process of ice formation is linked into God's word, bringing life and growth to the earth.
So that was a tribute to God?
Yeah.
Then why is it not being done during a climate justice rally?
Because it was supposed to be about doing climate and trying to get people to respect the climate.
How does that?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? Help me understand. So the Catholic Church comes out and performs a blessing of the ice for what purpose? I'm a little confused.
Right now, people are not respecting the earth. They're not respecting their environment around them. And it is to show them that God is all powerful and that he has created the earth and that we need to be taking care of it. Because people are not taking care of the earth.
Okay, so as Catholics, you're big supporters of climate change and what climate change activists believe. Is that correct?
Some people are, some people's not. That is not something that was spoke from Peter's chair. He was there as the Pope himself. And there's some things that people have to understand about the Pope. If he's sitting on his chair, the Peter's chair, then what he is doing is exactly for the church.
I see.
Now,
So I got it. So when the Catholic Church condoned and promoted slavery, it was just to be there.
That was the times, that was the humanity of what the Pope is. See, the Pope is infallible only on Peter's seat. Whenever he's not speaking from Peter's seat and he's speaking of himself, then that means that he can make mistakes. He is human.
Okay, so as long as he sits in a chair, he's perfect. I thought only God was perfect. I thought perfection of man was an impossibility.
That it's not him that's speaking, is the Spirit. It is God that's speaking at that point.
So make sure I understand. So God is speaking to the Pope, but he's not on the chair. So he got up from the chair. So who's there now during this process? Is that still God or is that just the Pope?
Sometimes the Pope makes mistakes if he's not actually in tune. Sometimes he can go off tune of what God says. And that's where you see some of the mistakes, and that's where you see some of them backpedaling. But if it's from the chair, then he is supposed to be completely in tune.
So does this chair? Is this chair made out of gopher wood or something? I mean, what is the significance of the chair?
It's only because God said that he would make Peter the rock of the cornerstone. Whenever he left it, Peter was to be the cornerstone, the rock, that would be there in person.
Okay.
But it is not. But the Holy Spirit is supposed to guide the Pope, and sometimes they mess up, just like whenever they mess up with Saint Joan of Arc.
So let me make sure I understand this. Just so, and I'm not trying to berate. I'm asking questions not to be condescending. And I told this to my pastor today, and he said, Matt, you're not blaspheming, and you're certainly not condescending. You're asking questions because you don't understand. And a lot of people take that as an affront to God, and it's not. I'm not. But wouldn't the Almighty ensure that we have a planet that's robust and well preserved, so the people who he loves and adores more than anything else in the world could survive and repent and love him back and accept Jesus Christ as their savior, so they can join him in heaven, versus creating some sort of event that would dry up the earth and create climate change where we're all basically boiled into oblivion here shortly. It seems very antithetical. Why would God be interested in climate change?
It goes back to Adam and Eve, the original sin.
What?
Adam and Eve was made to be flourish in the Garden of Eden, the garden.
Yeah.
For all their life, but whenever they ate of the forbidden fruit,
yeah.
Some say it's an apple. We're not going to get into discussion of that.
Yeah.
But
it's a euphemism. I understand.
That was the original sin.
Yeah, I know all this. What does that have to, Elizabeth? What does that have to do with climate change?
Because we're sinners. We're still destroying the earth.
Yeah, so let me ask you a question. Do you think God would have created the flood and then went ahead and tried to have the Pope stop it at the same time? Or do you think that overall Noah knew that the flood was pending and coming and created it out of gopher wood and built Noah's Ark to go ahead and create some semblance of humanity? Why would God create climate change and then try to stop it and talk to the Pope to bless ice? And how is that supposed to help the process? I'm very confused, because when you look at Noah, it was a very purposeful directive from the Lord to put faith in humanity and put faith in Noah to do what he said, even though he may not have agreed or may thought it was crazy. I don't understand why he would use something so obsequious and completely not directive to have the Pope bless ice, and we're somehow supposed to save the planet from that. I don't understand.
It's because of the fact that we are made to be ever in praise with God. But because we are independent thinkers, because we do what we want to do, and it's like we're children. All of us are children. We're all. I understand
this, Elizabeth. This doesn't answer the question. Why would God use this for climate change? It to me, I don't understand.
He's hoping that people would change their minds about how they're treating the earth, and that by taking the ice and seeing how it is and seeing how things can be, that shows them that, hey, we are to take care of what is given to us.
Okay.
This ice
so
is just an element.
You feel that this wasn't a political stunt by the Pope, who is condoning climate activism, but that this was God working through the Pope to communicate with humanity that we have to do something about climate change. That's what you think?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That clears it up. Thank you for telling me. I just I'm still a little confused, but thank you for explaining it, because I understand your position completely.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. We'll talk to you soon, Elizabeth. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bobby has a comment for you, Barry.
Oh shit, lost Barry. Get him back.
Oh no.
Hold on. Tell him I'm sorry. Oh.
Does he have to call back?
Yeah, tell him the phone hung up. So can I be transparent here? It sounds like we're making excuses for the Pope, because I didn't hear the Pope say any of that. And I think it would be a good thing for the Pope to come out and say, why? But to me, this looks like a very a show that was put on by climate activists, and the Pope accompanied and proceeded to take part in theatrics to me. And maybe I'm confused, you know. Tell Barry
I did.
He can call back in. Like,
call back.
Here's this. And let's listen to what he has to say. Okay?
Just wanted to ask one thing that has become a bit of a divisive subject in the US right now, with Cardinal Cupich giving an award to Senator Durbin. Some people of faith are having a hard time with understanding this because he is he's for legalized abortion. How would you help people of faith right now decipher that, feel about that, and how do you feel about that?
I'm not terribly familiar with the particular case. I think that it's very important to look at the overall work that a senator has done during, if I'm not mistaken, 40 years of service in the United States Senate. I understand the difficulty and the tensions, but I think, as I myself have spoken in the past, it's important to look at many issues that are related to what is the teaching of the church. Someone who says I'm against abortion but says I'm in favor of the death penalty is not really pro-life. So someone who says that I'm against abortion but I'm in agreement with the inhuman treatment of immigrants who are in the United States, I don't know if that's pro-life. So they're very complex issues. I don't know if anyone has all the truth on them, but I would ask first and foremost that there be greater respect for one another and that we search together both as human beings, in that case as American citizens or citizens of the state of Illinois, as well as Catholics, to say we need to really look closely at all of these ethical issues and to find the way forward as church.
Okay. Hold on. Let me set it up. A lot to unpack there.
Barry, he hung up on you on purpose.
No, I didn't. And a lot. Yeah.
That's the New Jersey got to you.
The New Jersey podcast is supposed to come on, but they didn't. So you're back. This is a big topic, and I'm not trying to be condescending. And if people think I'm being condescending, I'm not. To me, my stance is the Pope sounds like he's gone woke. That's what it sounds like to me. This sounds like liberal political jargon. It sounds like he is dodging the abortion question. You know what he could say? I absolutely don't condone abortion. Human life is absolutely the largest priority. And we also have to look at how we treat all human beings, including illegal immigrants in our country as well. All life is important. Okay, that's a great answer. But what you didn't do that. You excused abortion and moved on to illegal immigration. These are leftist distraction tactics. I don't like it. He sounds woke to me. Tell me I'm wrong. Change my mind. 276-200-2105. Olivia had a comment, then Barry.
Yeah, no, he sounds very political. I didn't think the Pope was supposed to get involved in politics. I don't even think, is that Pope even American? He's the head of the Catholic Church. Why is he?
I think he is American.
Is he? Okay. Why is he getting involved in politics?
Well, he's a spiritual leader, and if there's many things that the church should have spoken out on and they didn't. They didn't speak out on the Holocaust. They didn't speak out on slavery, and there's homosexuality they condemned for a long time. So the church has stayed out of it in the past, and that hasn't really been conducive when you're a spiritual leader of millions of people. So I don't mind him having a say. What I want you to do is not espouse leftist talking points when you do it.
That's my point.
Yeah.
There's a reason there's separation of church and state. There's a reason for that. So churches cannot preach political ideology on what the head of that specific church, what their opinion is. That's the whole point. And if that Pope is going to stand up there and spew leftist ideology and talk politics, then the entire Catholic Church needs to lose their freaking tax exempt status, period. He's the head of that freaking. He is the head of that freaking church.
Calm down. Let's just like we are talking about God and religion here, and you don't need to be.
I understand that.
It's just very weird that I have to tell you to please stop. Listen to that foul. You said freaking. That's watch your language.
It's frustrating.
Sure,
I get very, very frustrated when religious leaders get up and spew political ideology. No one should. Not one church leader should. You are going to church to become closer to God and understand the Bible and be in a community. Just like I don't want politics in my entertainment, I don't want politics in my religion either. That's just me.
What do you think, Barry?
Well, he lost me a blessing in Ice Cube. It's like, but no, but Olivia's 100% correct. That's definitely leftist ideologies he's spewing. I mean, climate justice. That's the stupidest phrase. I mean, it's what the climate change is bad enough. I mean, yeah, okay, climate change, but I don't think it's man-made. My opinion, not an expert, but my opinion. It's not an issue that we can control. But climate justice, I just don't know what that means. And a pope should not be involved with that. And that's the second time I've heard him kind of give a dig an American policy with illegal immigrants. He did it once before too. And
yeah.
I just don't
How dare you?
Stop it. Stop it. Can we just have a conversation without you being degrading?
I'm not. I
just
said
just
I
knock
was
it off.
Greta
We have
Thunberg.
Catholics watching, and I'm really getting upset. Enough.
I wasn't being degrading. I was talking Greta Thunberg because he's
right.
talking about climate change.
I've asked. I mean, I'm trying to be inclusive here, and everyone has beliefs, and I don't want to make this about being anti-Catholic, just like I don't want anyone being anti-Jew. Right? No,
Yeah,
but no, it's the comments under the breath that you're not hearing that bothers me.
I missed that.
No, you did, and so I'm just like I'm just saying you can have an opinion. Can we be respectful? We don't have to.
I was being Greta Thunberg, and he's talking about climate change. I was trying to make a joke about
climate
Greta
justice.
Thunberg.
All right, maybe I'm a little sensitive to this, but I mean, like, I never want this to be about, your religion is stupid and my religion is good.
I will never say that.
Okay.
I'm never going to be like that.
Fair enough.
I said my opinion.
Okay.
It was a Greta Thunberg joke because we're talking about climate change.
Then I apologize because it didn't sound like that, so that's my bad. Okay, so a little sensitive. I got people in here who are Catholic, and I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to have a conversation about it, but we don't need to degrade anybody. And if that was not what you were doing, then fine.
No.
And if I've done that, I don't want to do that. I just want to have a conversation about this because I think it's important that there are people here who are saying, "Hey, he's talking about abortion and saying he didn't say abortion was wrong, by the way." And then he says illegal immigration, but then people talk about the death penalty. If he wants to there is a very big difference between the death penalty and abortion. A child is innocent. It has done nothing wrong. And the sins of Adam and Eve and the sins of how original sin was created has nothing to do with the baby. And in the eyes of God, we are perfect because Jesus Christ died for our sins. That's my understanding. Okay, now maybe not in Barry's religion, but in our religion, that's what it is. So a baby is innocent. A person who convicts or is convicted of murder or rape and does atrocities to humankind had their chance at making decisions between right and wrong. And they chose sin and they chose capital crimes. I have no feeling for those people. And it's not the same thing as abortion. I think it is just an absolute straw man argument. It's a canard and it doesn't work. So we're talking about this. The Pope just stood up there and compared the slaughtering of 67 million babies to illegal immigration. And the topic is that a fair assessment? Barry, what are your thoughts? Sorry if I jumped on your shit.
No, I agree with you 100%. Absolutely. Yeah. And we're just, I'm not putting down the Pope. I mean,
I know you weren't. I wasn't talking to you, Barry. Yeah. Barry, it's between Olivia and I.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't agree with that whole climate justice thing, and I'm going to call out whoever says that. That's just nonsense, and to be blessing an ice cube, I just don't get it. That was silly to me, and it was bizarre. But and yeah, I don't think he should be involved with illegal American policy of illegal immigration. We know what we're doing. We're saving lives. He should be celebrating that. He should be talking about how we're saving lives, because we're shipping back criminals. We're shipping back rapists, murderers, drug dealers. We're trying to stop the intake of fentanyl. So that should be something to celebrate life. That's what we're doing.
Okay, so to make sure I understand, the Pope comes out and he gets invited to a climate social justice event. And he comes out and he blesses the ice, which you made a very good point, is that he reads from scripture versus reciting a prayer from the heart, which is a little weird to me. I agree with you, that especially someone who is the Pope probably should have their prayer off the cusp and not read from the book, but that's fine. and then comes out and takes a stab at illegal immigration and ignores the abortion question. The whole point I was trying to make while trying to be respectful, and once again, everyone gets an opinion, that's fine. Have your opinion. I just want to try to be, listen guys, this is a topic like abortion, like religion, that is extremely delicate, and I don't want to lose a viewer because I'm pissing people off because of what I'm trying to say. So that's all. I'm just trying to be cognizant of that. Is he being woke? Is that what we think? Or do we really believe that the church and the Catholic Church position now is that climate change is real and it's more important to worry about an ice cube than it is about abortion? Because that's what I'm getting. And that's what I'm hearing. Liv, your thoughts.
I don't really understand the Catholic Church. Half my family's Catholic. My dad was raised Catholic. He went to a Catholic school. I think there was a reason I was not raised Catholic because I don't think my dad appreciated being raised Catholic. But I've been to weddings of family members that are Catholic in Catholic churches. I've been to funerals in Catholic churches of family members. I studied it when I was in high school. We studied all the religions in my youth group. So I know a little bit about it, but I haven't researched it lately. Yeah. So I'm not very knowledgeable about it. But he does seem very political to me. I've never heard, I've never really listened to the Pope anyway, but I've never really heard a Pope come out and start talking American politics.
Yeah, and that's what it seems like. It's not about humanity. It's not about, equality. It's not about the treatment of certain groups of people. This is about something that, yes, climate change is real. We know it's real, but is man-made climate change truly 100% settled? And the answer is no, it's not. Man-made climate change is not, and that's the crux. So
I'm more stuck on the whole illegal immigrant thing because
that really pisses me off.
That what he said, it sounds like something somebody on The View would say, or somebody CNN or MSNBC would say. It doesn't sound.
There's no
like
comparison
the
between the
Catholic
two.
Church.
Three, like Elizabeth says, he's saying that abortion, death penalty, and illegal immigrants should be looked at in the same way. Why?
They're completely different, opposite sets of people.
You've got people on death penalty who committed murder, and then you have people who are committing murder with abortion. That's the only comparison. Murder was done in both cases, but what you're saying is it's wrong to punish a person who took another's life or committed a crime of capital punishment, and that is a completely different argument than abortion. An innocent child has absolutely no choice in this matter. And it's up to us as a moral society to establish that life is equally as important as an adult. So I don't know what that has to do with illegal immigration. I don't get it at all. Barry, what are we missing here? We'll put a bow on this after we're done with your comment, please.
You guys aren't missing anything. I agree with everything you're saying. Yeah, it's like, nobody's bashing religion at all. It's like I love both. I love Catholicism, Christianity, Judaism, but we could call out our leaders if they say something that we don't think is right. I just think he was wrong saying that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he may be a great guy. He may be great. Maybe he's going to turn out to be a great Pope, but I just think he was wrong about that.
I just don't understand why the Pope why the Pope can't condemn abortion and just say it's immoral. It's murder. And I don't agree with it. Neither is the Catholic Church. It's not a hard thing to say. And then if you want to say you're against capital punishment, which has nothing to do with it, but if you want to say it, that's fine. But how about this? How about the church doesn't get involved? These are moral arguments that are between you and your God. And I'm not going to get involved in that. And if people want to have personal conversations, they can go to their priest, they can go to their bishop, they can go and seek higher counsel with other people. I just don't understand why he's getting involved in it. But to me, I think the church has been politicized for a long time, and I question its intent. So I owe you an apology. I was trying to balance people in chat.
I know.
I got distracted, and I'm seeing people comment, and then I'm trying to
It's still
balance.
a good Greta Thunberg joke.
There's a lot of things going on, right? And when I got people getting offended, I hope you understand that this show is difficult to run.
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Okay.
I completely understand
okay.
that is. And I'm never going to insult another person's
Once
religion.
again, it was a complete mistake. You don't have to explain it to me. I own it 120. Please allow me to apologize. Please hear me and understand that I overreacted due to the amount of things going on in chat while reading it and trying to keep a lid on this to keep it where people aren't going to walk away from the show. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Because this is a sensitive, religion is very, very important to people. And I never, and you know that, 5 years, I've never wanted to, that's my one nonstop rule is that I don't want to do that. And I overreacted and I'm sorry. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Yes, I'm very pro Greta. That's absolutely true. I love Greta Thunberg. The flotilla is the greatest thing that's ever happened in society. Matt Demo gave us $11. By the way, if Israel wanted to sink the flotilla would be sunk. Okay?
Yes.
Just one little F-35 right up her tailpipe, and Greta would be blown to kingdom come. Then she could say what? Liv?
How dare you?
Thank you.
I'm not very good at it.
We've come.
I'm surprised Israel didn't build a mechanical whale or something like that. Take that thing out.
Yeah. Have her get a whale with a laser beam on his head, right? Just have it. Dolphins literally just
Shark
attack.
with a laser. Thank you, Susan McGoran. Appreciate
Susan
it.
McGoran, thank you very much.
She had a message for Barry.
She had a message for Barry. Read it off.
Hi, Barry. Thanks for being on tonight. God bless.
Oh, that's pretty simple.
Oh,
very simple.
Thank you.
We didn't read it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, good. We're getting off religion. This is the one thing I never wanted to do. I'm not trying to insult Catholics. I just don't understand what just took place, and I don't understand how anyone can justify it. It's okay to say it was a little weird. It's okay to say that. You can say that. I know Olivia did good. I've already said it. I said I was sorry. Okay, people, you can back off now. Okay. This is where I get frustrated because I've already apologized, and a man who apologizes, especially in front of all of his friends, should be forgiven. Can you please lay the fuck off? Thank you.
Oh, you curse.
Yeah, because I'm getting mad.
It's over.
I've already apologized. It's over. My Lord. You got to be perfect, man. If you don't,
you got to understand it's a 30-second delay on some channels. So
yeah, all right.
Give it another 30 seconds and then it's over.
Okay. So here is a father who got a little boisterous in a student council meeting. And hey, Barry, if you have to go at any time, just let us know.
Trophies and
this one's a good one.
This guy was great. It was heartbreaking, but he was great.
Let's watch this one. Rachel says Leviticus 24:17 Bible verse is saying the death penalty for murders is okay according to God. Oh, I'd have to read that. Totally forgot about the hometown connection. He reminds me of a priest at St. Dominic that was an interesting complainer about our wedding. Bringing in a family priest who turned out to be a problem, Jim says. Okay. Here is this video. And listen, sorry for dropping the F-bomb. This father is going to say some things here, and I really want to get you guys' opinion. Hopefully the Pope doesn't show up in this one so we can leave it out of the conversation. Here it is.
Now that you're done jerking each other off with a bunch of trophies and participation certificates, here's the truth. You guys don't care about the disabled kids because
Wait a second, we have an update. I'm sorry. Bobby Richardson says, I blame Barry after doing a deep dive on his Twitter. Oh, so good. Literal high five. All right, here it is.
Good.
Old son was deaf. You put him in with a bunch of disruptive kids. There was no sign language interpreter, no instruction for sign language. He came home crying from Besser Elementary School every single day he went there because he got into fights with kids who didn't understand him because he was deaf. He couldn't talk. He couldn't sign. You guys left him there. No child left behind my You didn't want to give up the funding you get from federal and local, so you didn't allow him to get transferred until I came in and went psychotic.
Mr.
Discrimination.
Porter, would you please refrain from using profanity?
You worthless fucking
Okay.
You tortured my disabled son, and you will answer for it in a court of law. People like you hamstring their abilities to teach children like mine. You're a fucking disgrace. Fuck you. Have a good day.
I wonder where he got his shirt.
Wow.
So this Pope is a little bit aggressive. Wow. Listen, I've
on that one.
If this was a maybe,
did you just say the ice melted on that one?
That's a liberal meltdown. No. Hi, puppy. Ash is in here. She's like, "Why do you guys so loud for?" Listen, real quick. I've talked like that before. There's no doubt, and Olivia's heard me do it when I've gotten really upset. This is a father protecting their child. Barry, what are your thoughts on this? And then Olivia.
Unfortunately, that's the way I would be. I would lose it if they're hurting your children, and it's so frustrating when you're dealing with these academics who just don't give a shit, and they just, they don't do the right thing by kids, and they don't seem to care. You just lose it. I would, may not be the right way to handle it, but fortunately, that's the way I would be too. I completely get where that guy's coming from, and I like his T-shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't see his T-shirt. What did it say?
I think it had the F word and the C word.
Oh yeah, so he walked in like ready to. He was locked and loaded. Like he had the "See you next Tuesday" on lock, and he was just waiting for her to say anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would have that's the difference. You have a personal affront that was done to you, and you have every right to let loose. I just think sometimes we take personal affront to things that have nothing to do with us. That was my point about the earlier segment. I'm full send. Like, I'm with that dad. I'm going to come right behind him. I'm going to say the exact same thing, because if you've isolated my child and they haven't received the care that they need when they're in your care, and you were paid for it and you took advantage of that, Liv, how about you? I mean, we have a retarded son. I mean, how do you feel about this?
He takes after his dad.
Oh, see, now that wasn't nice. That was funny, though. It wasn't nice.
Funny.
No, it's even. Now you guys are.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're so good. I gave her a kiss. It was, and if that's the worst it gets now. I mean, there were times where we would have been. Go ahead, unless there's something I need to know.
No,
okay.
It's a school board. They deserve everything they get.
Exactly.
The school boards, just like the Department of Education and the school unions. We have a Diablo player here.
I'm sorry. Olivia and I played Diablo, and she got it because this guy's like, he went full pulverized druid build, and we're Diablo players, so we completely got it. So, Jamie, well done. Go
Very
ahead.
funny.
Go ahead, baby.
Just like the Department of Education and the school unions do not have the students' best interests at heart, just their own pockets. Same with school boards. And every single person on the school board deserves every second of wrath every single parent can give to them.
Yeah.
They all deserve it.
We don't hate school boards enough. We really don't. Like, they're like the HOA.
Oh, you know what? I didn't get to send this to you, but somebody sent it to me.
Okay.
One of our lovely Virginia school board members, not LCPS, in a different county. But
hey, Barry, do you need to go, or it's up to you? However, you're not okay. Good, because we have more religion to talk about. Get Barry's book, folks. Olivia's going to send this to me real quick, but if you have not had a chance, you can go over and get Barry's book at ballastbooks.com. Do a search for that. Pick it up. It's going to come out on November 4th. Barry is a good friend of the show, and we love him. Our podcast thinks he's great, so I don't know about New Jersey, but we do love him.
I just texted you something on a school board that, since we're talking about it.
Awesome.
It's not Twitter. It's just a screenshot of what somebody from a school board just said.
Yenny just rubbed up against the puppy. Look. She loving the pup.
When Ash isn't trying to use her tail as her own personal chew toy.
Ash is always gonna bite her. That's just the way it is. She thinks she's a dog. All right, this video, I really want to show this to you because I think like this was so.
And then here she goes. She bites her tail.
This was so eloquently put. And I ran across this video, and it's really well said about the far right. And I think Barry will appreciate this too. I'm going to go ahead and play this, and then we'll be making some comments. Oh, folks, we're at 176.09. We are $125 off goal, and we need to hit it. We're going to be gone at 9:30 no matter what.
It's all Barry's fault.
Yeah, Barry, you had to bring your negative mojo. Caller, where are you calling from? What do you want to talk about?
Hi, this is Tom calling from Arizona.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Is this, which Tom is this? Is this a Tom that we know, or is this a new Tom?
This is a Tom that you know. I've called in before, but it's been a long time.
All right, Tom, what do you want to talk about, brother?
Well, I live in a very blue city, And it seems that people are waking up here. I'm seeing more and more people express negative opinions about the city council members and so forth.
Good.
And there was a lot of discussion about this person should be fired, that person should be fired. And I pointed out that, well, you don't just fire a council member. You have to, if they haven't committed a crime, they need to be recalled if they're just performing poorly. And I guess people started looking into that. Somebody's starting a recall movement. But the reason why I called is kind of shocked me when I saw that. And what I'm wondering is if a political person gets recalled, I think that means that causes an election to happen, and that person
Correct.
can run in that election and maybe get reelected.
Yeah, it doesn't reelect them. What it does is that if they get recalled, it essentially puts them on a status of hiatus, that the election is called into question, and they would require to receive at least 51% of the overall affirmation of the district, or excuse me, of the state or the city or the district that they're in. And as long as they receive that majority vote, they are reaffirmed and continue out until the election process, the normal annualized election process would take place. So it essentially, it's a challenge to their status and position. There is a vote held, and the constituents vote, and anything less than a 51% return vote, and this is most states, and there's different provisions for each state, mind you, but essentially they're the same, would put them back in their term to finish out their term. And as long as their governorship or senatorial race or state legislature were within the confines of any restrictions, like a governor sometimes can't run back to back, they have to sit out a full term to come back and run again, like here in Virginia. Some have back to back. Depending upon those limitations, they would be able to run for re-election.
Okay, well, my biggest concern is that if they run a recall and they're successful, wouldn't it be wise to have a good replacement candidate in mind?
Yeah, it really would. Virginia made that mistake. They did that up here for district. I can't remember what district it was, but they did that, and they did a recall, and they did the recall. Republican was taken out of the seat, and the Republican, there wasn't a Republican candidate. So another Democrat came in and ran and just took the seat again. So you're absolutely right. Seat vacancies and unchallenged seats are the worst thing for politics. And there's a lot of seats that go unchallenged in the United States because people think they don't have a chance to win. And I can't stand that. I think a Republican should run in every single race in the United States and make your case and argue your points, even if you get blown out by 80 points. You're never going to change anything unless you put the money and the investment into it. And generational change cannot be done in a year. It takes time. And look at California. It's going to take 30 years for that thing to flip, but it will flip. It will eventually flip.
Okay, well, here's the gist of the main reason why I called. I've been poking around on the internet all day trying to find information because I would not make a good candidate, and I don't personally know anybody who would. So how does one go about finding someone who would be a good candidate? If you have any idea.
That's a really good question. It starts with your local chapter of Republican National Committee in the GOP. Arizona is a very large GOP state, and it starts with recruiting. And it starts with recruiting in your churches, with your local businesses, people who get their a bee in their bonnet and starts running with it. A perfect example is Eli Crane was the CEO of Bottle Breacher, which was a keychain company made out of like 50 caliber rounds, and he made bottle openers out of grenades and, took out obviously the explosive charge and then repurposed these. And he made millions off of it. He went on Shark Tank, and he was very successful, former SEAL of SEAL Team 3, friend of the show. And he ran on three things. He ran on border security. He wanted to stop the drug epidemic, and he wanted to ensure that elections were free and fair in Arizona, and voter registry was right, and that there weren't people who weren't Americans voting. And those were his three things. And he is now running for his third consecutive term successfully, and he's up for election this year. And it starts with that, is finding somebody who has the experience to have a topic, be able to articulate the topic. And what I recommend is that if you're looking for that and you have people in mind, or you want to actually campaign for that, you can volunteer with your local GOP representatives, and you can start grassroots marketing campaigns at your church, like I said, even at a local diner, and start talking to people and see if they're interested in the job. And that's how it begins. But I'll tell you this, man, Tom, the most important thing you can do is local politics. It is the most important thing that affects your life is city council, the town council, the school committee and election board, your mayoral race, state legislature. These are the things where true change happens. Federal elections are really worthless for true change. So it sounds like you're the person for the job. It's usually the person who doesn't want it or think they can't do it is the person who should go and do it.
I don't really know enough about it. It is my main problem. But I totally agree with what you're saying, because since I've moved here, I've seen what a truly blue-run city is like. Fortunately, I live in a good part of town.
Where are you? Do you mind if I ask? Where in Phoenix?
Tucson, actually.
Oh, oof, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's blue.
Over on the east side of town, it's a real nice place.
Yep.
Real calm.
Yep.
Real well taken care of, and that seems to be where all the conservative people live. But if you look at a district map,
yep,
all of the west side and a big strip right through the center of the city has been gerrymandered out of Tucson.
Yeah, I used to run a few stores in Tucson, the Game Crazies and Hollywood Videos down there before they went bankrupt. So those were in my AOR. I didn't get to them a lot, and there was a reason why. So it's no offense. I lived all the way up on Camelback and Carefree Highway. So that was, 2.5, 3 hour drive with traffic. But I hear you, man. It starts at the grassroots. It starts with city council. Maybe you're not interested in running for a larger seat, but city council doesn't take much. Okay. Procedural. They have freshman orientation. They bring you in. They kind of cut your teeth on lower end stuff and have you work on projects that aren't as monumental. That's where you start. City council is kind of like the Pee Wee Football League before you get to Pop Warner. And if you want to cut your teeth into politics, city council is where you need to start. I'd highly recommend it.
Well, if I don't see any action with a good candidate, I just might do something like that.
I'll be your remote campaign manager. I'll do it for you. Seriously,
I would need it.
Good. Well, then we'll do it together. But Tom, thanks for calling in, brother. I got to let Barry off the hook here. He's got to get his beauty sleep. So I want to say thank you for everything, and thanks for calling, brother.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate your advice.
Thank you, Tommy. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Tom.
Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye. Barry, you got time for one little quick video, and then we'll let you go?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Liv, any good news?
Nope.
Oh, maybe I should get upset and throw a temper tantrum some more. I'm Portuguese, and they're talking
about Hispanic weddings.
Okay, I'll shut up. Livia already shut me down. She doesn't want me reading chat anymore. That's her cue. Here is the video. And I've been put in timeout. Here it is. Take a listen.
There's a very scary thing happening on the conservative side in the podcast world. We're all seeing it. Many of us are alarmed. Outright blood libels against the Jewish people and against Israel. Just asking questions, supporting Sharia law, blaming Israel for defending itself, platforming Holocaust deniers.
Our town has 150K people. Our last mayoral race only had 11K ballots. Our mayor won by a humbling few votes. Lots of our councilmen are union teachers who buy into wokeism. If you live in a small town, every vote matters. There's no truer words have been spoken. Thanks for the donation, and thank you for the super chat. WR332, we actually love that, man. Super chats are kind of cool, and it's nice to see them pop up so Olivia doesn't have to put them in, because my wife works so hard and she deserves everyone's love and respect, and I would never, ever, ever, ever say anything different. Hi, caller. Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Hi, I'm calling in. This is my first time calling.
Cool.
My name is Karen.
Hi.
I just wanted to call and say thank you. I've been watching your show for a little over 4 years now.
Okay.
And so last year, I just heard the call from the previous gentleman in regards to running for office.
Mm-hmm.
I did that this year. No experience whatsoever. Had nothing, no idea of how to do the job position that I, ran for. And I was elected to be the village clerk of my town.
Nice.
And it's been there since May. It's been a little hectic. And yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you. And to the gentleman that called, don't be afraid to run, because I knew nothing about running. I knew nothing about politics. And one day I was watching your show and it was around election time and you were saying, go ahead, get involved.
Yep.
And I did.
No way.
And yes. So
so cool. I feel vindicated. I don't feel as bad for biting Liv's head off now. That's awesome.
No. I mean, yeah. And you know what? I was so worried because I had no background. I have some college and I graduated high school, and that's it. I clean offices at night, and that's what I do when I listen to your show. So you keep me busy. And yeah, I mean, it's just, like I said, I had no experience doing any of that, and I'm here. Look where I'm at.
Is it Karen or Kim?
Kim,
you were right.
It was Kim. I knew it was Kim.
Sorry.
Is this?
And one time I was going to call.
Go ahead.
At one time I was going to call, and I had changed my. I was using my maiden name for Facebook, and then when I was running, I changed it to my married name. And you were the only one that actually said my maiden name correct. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I remember this. That's why I was asking which Kim it was. Last name again?
Yeah.
Do you mind giving it to me?
Well, it's Garza now, but it was LaRoque.
Yep. LARAQUE. Is that what it was?
No, it was LAROCHE.
Oh, it was COH. Okay, so both, you can spell both ways. French, and then one is I don't remember what the etymology.
Well, when I was in school, I just said LaRoche.
Yeah,
but
right. It's LaRoque. Yeah. Kim. So did you win the election?
I did. I did contest. There was two people that ran against me. And her paperwork wasn't correct, so I contested it. And then after I contested hers, the other one dropped out. So I was the sole person, and I won.
What state? Can I ask that?
Yes, I'm in Illinois.
Good for you.
Yes. I will tell you off air what town I'm in, but it's chaos. I never thought running for anything, and I see why. It's a headache.
It is.
But this is what I said. I want change. I want to make a difference, and I don't know where this may lead in the future, but my mind is open for change, bigger things, better things, and just to keep moving forward. So,
Well,
yeah.
listen,
And it's all because of your show.
You are an inspiration. Like the fact that anyone listens to me about anything, it shocks the hell out of me. But the fact that it actually worked makes me even feel better. So I've worked on small campaigns, and I've worked on city council, and I've worked on a gubernatorial campaign. They are insane. And a lot of people say that when I'm done with this, I should go and do political advice. And honestly, I don't have the patience because most politicians don't listen. And the fact that you found something, and I know I've said it a million times, that real change is in small towns and it's in your local politics, and you are the difference. I'm so very, very proud of you, and thank you for calling in, Kim. You made my night.
Well, thank you. Just keep doing what you're doing because you are definitely making a difference. You and your wife and Amy and Leroy. So just keep doing it.
And don't forget Barry, but we're going to kick him off soon because we did a deep dive on his social media account, and you can't believe what we found.
I can't run for all.
We love you, Kim. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. That's
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
All right. So we're putting in these last ones, and then we're going to jump off here. Melanie Marino, $10.80. John Stillwell, I'm going to do it preemptively, $15. Thank you, John. I want Barry to see the rest of this video. It's really important to me, and then we're going to get him out of here. We're going to wrap up. Here it is.
And the friends of those people saying, it's my friend. I'm not going to say anything. You seem to be living in this little podcast world. You're making all kinds of money, all of you. You're in your studios. Got hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of viewers and subscribers. And it feels like you're treating it a little bit like a game. It's not a game. I've been to Israel. I've seen the beautiful people, the beautiful land, the inclusiveness, the joy, the energy, the vibrancy. And I've also seen the Iron Dome taking missiles out in the sky. I've seen it and heard it happening above my head while I was there. You've got 7 million Jewish people fighting one of the greatest evils in the world, radical Islam. Butchers who murdered and burned alive and tortured and raped and beheaded people. And they're happy to do the same thing to you. And the Jewish people are sending their sons and daughters into battle. They're spilling blood in defense of their country, in defense of democracy, in defense of Western civilization. I'm not saying anybody should cut off a friendship. By all means, try to persuade your friend to stop taking money from wherever they're taking it and to have some morals and to see the light. But for the sake of humanity, stand up for what is right. Speak out against these terrible ideas, even if it's your friend propagating them. Don't platform anti-Semites. Don't platform racists and bigots. You're putting yourselves right in line with so many terrible extremist right-wingers, just as the left has winked at and kind of coddled radicals on their side. Don't let that happen to the conservative movement. Is Israel perfect? Of course not. No country is perfect. But we are aligned in our values, and we need to protect those values at all costs. It's really important right now.
First of all,
she's like a timeless
dude. She's
beauty.
stunning. She is freaking stunning.
There's just something about her. She's timeless.
Yeah.
Right.
And let's let Barry.
You know who she is, though?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, because all I can say that was perfect what she said. That's all I'm gonna say. It's perfect. I'd like to know who she is because I never saw that.
First of all, I'll get that information for you. Her name is Patricia Heaton. and it's at Patricia Heaton is her. Is
that like the actress Patricia?
Not the
Heaton?
actress.
I don't know.
Her, right?
I don't know. Hold on a second. Well, I'm just letting you know that's the account. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because if that's the actress, that's the.
I don't think that it didn't really look like her from what I remember. But,
no.
I mean, unless she went completely gray, but
because Patricia Heaton was on Home Improvement. It was
okay. Then
I think she's a conservative too.
You guys, let me do some research and find out who she is. That was the main account.
But she was great. She was spot on. Perfect. Everything she said was perfect.
This is so we must come together to defeat Marxism. I will find her.
Yeah, send that to me.
And because I want to invite her. First of all, absolutely stunningly beautiful. Number one, and number two, her just the way she was so purposeful with everything she said. Go ahead, Barry, and then Olivia, and then we'll do final thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, she was perfect. Everything she said was spot on. Again, the criticism, people say, yeah, well, we're allowed to ask questions or we're allowed to criticize Israel, but really, I mean, what's to criticize? Again, they're just fighting evil, the most evil people on the planet. If anybody could be more evil, maybe even more evil than Nazis, this is the Islam that's out. We're fighting against now. At least close. So I don't know. She was I just agree with everything she said. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Livy?
Yeah, she was just absolutely stunning. She was just, I was watching her the whole time, and
it's
she's
her.
Just got, it is?
Great speaker.
It's her.
Holy cow. I loved her in Home Improvement.
It's her.
And Tim,
Allen.
Tim Allen is a huge conservative too.
Yeah,
so that's awesome. No, if you can get her on the show, I'd love that. That's awesome. I loved her on Home Improvement, but wow, she was stunning when she was younger. She looks a little like Meryl Streep right there. Is who she, yep. Wow.
Yeah, that's
no
her.
makeup at all, but she's, that's
that's
absolutely her.
Wow. She is just gorgeous now.
That takes guts. She's still in Hollywood, so.
Yeah,
that picture right there is beautiful. Up one.
Yeah, no, she's pretty.
Yeah, that's her. Okay, now I see her.
Yep, that is her.
Right
Patricia.
there, you can definitely tell her.
I am gonna do whatever I can to get her on.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. She's awesome.
I
don't know if it popped up, but Bobby Richardson did a donation.
Bobby, $31.40. Thank you so much, Bobby. We love you. We appreciate you, folks. We're really close. $70 away.
Did say something too. She said, wait.
Go ahead.
It was blame Barry. Love you, Barry. Come on, people.
Yeah, Bobby's huge. And then she says she's not Home Improvement. Patricia Heaton played Deborah on Everyone Loves Raymond. Folks, I don't know. All I know is that person's Patricia Heaton. That's all I know, okay? And if you want to follow her, it's at Patricia Heaton. The one from Home Improvement is very different. It speaks very differently. She has almost like a Jersey accent.
Yeah,
I remember her.
Okay.
You're right. Everyone Loves Raymond. That was a show.
Donation window's not up.
Okay, I'll put it up right now. So, hold on.
We just got one and I put it in.
Who was it?
It was Mel. And she said... Barry fact-checking fee.
Barry fact-checking. Thank you, Mel, for donating. Barry, you are a part of the family because they're busting balls tonight. You got to love it. They are good at it. I love people who speak with passion, and I love people who speak with gravitas. And she most certainly does. Her emphatic pauses, she allowed things to wash over her audience. She is an excellent speaker. I'm going to do whatever I can to get her. She's got 600,000 followers, but I would love to bring her on because I don't think anyone has put it more eloquently that I have heard, and I absolutely loved it. Barry, you get final word, man. I appreciate you here tonight. You are definitely part of the family. You got to see a lot tonight. You got to see me be a dipshit, and Olivia slap me a little bit. And you've done a great job, and we love you. And I think the New Jersey podcast made a horrible error in having one of our best friends on, and we love you, and you always make the show great. But you get last minute, brother.
Yeah, I love you guys, and I have to say that you really got it started. When you were one of the first people I texted about that incident yesterday, and I don't know how long it took you. It was maybe within 10, 15 minutes. Next thing I know, I thought you were going to do a write-up on it. Next thing I know, I get this video production. It's like written out. It's like, oh my God. It was like just, I was in shock. It was like, that just really meant a lot. I mean, it was like, I don't know how you thought that out so fast, how you recorded so fast. don't know how many takes you needed. It looks like you probably got it on the first take, but anyway. But you
one,
killed
one,
it.
one take. One take.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's why I said to Shelley, I said, I bet he did that in one take. It's like, it meant a lot though. So, and you got the ball rolling, and I think little Vinny had a very bad day yesterday. They was shared by my account maybe over 30 times. Yours, I don't know how many. It was over the top.
It was a lot. Like so far right now, I think the all in all and across all my channels, I think it's close to like 37,000 people have seen it. It's been shared well over 5, and it's going to continue to go because I put some boost in behind it. And now anytime anyone searches, the thing is that that one video we did surpassed every single podcast they've ever made. So when you search the New Jersey podcast, the best of New Jersey, we pull up our video. So when you Google that son of a bitch, you're going to see our podcast.
I love it. Well, that's, again, you guys are great friends. You guys are loyal. That's like sticking that. You had my back, so I really appreciate that. So
yeah, and if you can get us any of that Jew money, we're ready. So like I heard they're paying $7,000. They're paying $7,000 per post, and I'm like, I'll post like 7 times a day, just like everything. I'll just be like, I mean, everything. Just give it to me, man. I'll wear it. I'll put it on.
Yeah, I'm into.
I'll be a Hasidic Jew. I'll get the braids. I'll do whatever they want. I'm down. $7,000 a post. Come talk to me. Give me some of that Israel money.
I heard about it. I'll take it. I'm into it. I won't complain.
Well, Barry, we love you, man. We appreciate you. We're going to let you go, and we're going to put it on. We're going to put it on ice here. And thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you, guys. You guys
Good
are
night,
great.
Barry.
We'll see you soon.
Love you, buddy.
Great
see
as
ya.
always.
Bye,
Thanks,
bye.
Barry. I had a comment, but I'm not going to say.
No, say it.
You said I'm going to put it on ice, and I said the Pope's not here to bless it.
See, that was good. Right here. Up high. Oh, put it on ice. Listen, I want to clarify something. I don't. Religion's funny for me. Is like even at my worst, when I was agnostic, I always protected people's religions, and I've always admired people who have faith. And I think all religion's a little bit silly at times, and the church is silly, and all churches can be silly. So I don't know, something's happening in me that I feel a transformation, and I'm not getting woke, and I don't want to, I want to be sensitive to everybody's feelings, but I think there's some topics that we have to tread carefully on, and we have to dissect it with care and precision, because I don't want to slip and nick an artery. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to hurt anyone on my show. And Elizabeth called in, and she took some rounds. And I respect her for it. And that's the one thing about Elizabeth Hall. She's bulletproof, man. She comes in here and she doesn't care. She believes in what she believes in. And I respect that. I respect that so much. And I know how Melanie feels. And I know how Alexandra feels. And everyone has their passions. And the one thing I don't want to do is be seen as somebody who is a religious snob. Because I never will. And I don't want it to happen. So that's me overreacting, and it's all me. Your punchline was perfect. Actually, it was funny. I misconstrued it, and it's my fault. So I apologize again. It's important because since I'm such an abusive dick, I figured I would just tell you.
Patricia Richardson did Home Improvement, not Patricia Heaton.
Okay, so now we know
it was a Patricia.
So I think I'm going to make a shirt. It's called "Bless the Ice," and it's going to be the Pope ice skating. I think it's going to be it's going to be good. So I don't know. Listen, folks, we're at 285.28. I'm okay. Olivia, take us out of here. We won't hit it tonight. And you know what? I'm fine with that. That'll be the first time in a long
mortgage and rent is due. So it's all good.
I just want people to be okay. And I don't want them to feel that, they have to, and if they want to, but I'm really excited that we're at 316,150, which means we have something else going viral. Folks, I don't know if you see this, but I'm going to blow your mind now. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. 3.5 weeks ago, no joke, Like 4 weeks ago, we were at 216,000, 210,000. Do you guys remember that? We hit 250 and one night got 40. But it was like we were at like 210.
Yeah, I remember whenever we hit 250 and then something happened and it was like we were at like 250, 500 when I went to work. And when I came home, we were at like 255 something. And I'm like, hey, if this keeps up, we're going to be at 260 before the end of the show. No, we were at like 290 by the end of that show.
We're at 316,152. We have had like, so maybe not 220. I think it was like 225. We were stuck. We couldn't move. We couldn't gain followers. We're going to have close to 100,000 followers by the end of this week or next. That's insanity.
Yeah, when exactly did we hit 250? When did you put that video out?
Like a month ago.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, it was at 225 when we started and we were stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at 316. So we're 9,000 away from hitting 100,000 in less than a month. So this is really cool and it's really exciting. I'm trying to stall. I'm trying to stall in over here. Living Patriots at 67. Living, do me a favor. Let me know when you post. I don't get your posts all the time. And I'll throw up a poll for you or a post for you and try to get it some traction. Melanie says he just rejected the words of Jesus and that's a unforgivable sin. No, I am more angry at WTF the Pope just did. He cannot lead the Catholics. Yeah, I just, you know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to share the Christmas story this year. And I'm excited to share the story of the stocking from Bishop's wife because it actually means something to me. You guys, I had the most beautiful conversation with one of the most beautiful men I've ever had grace my presence. And I have never... Do you guys understand how cathartic that was for me to have a pastor in a room with me alone and have me face that?
Mm-hmm.
And how respectful he was is that he sat across from me and at one time came and sat next to me because he was explaining the chair and how you have to have faith that that chair is going to hold your weight. So you look at it and you assess it and you go, that chair is going to hold me. I'm going to sit down. But if that chair doesn't, and it doesn't look that way, you won't. And you base it on faith that it will. That's kind of like religion. And when he sat down, I got to be honest, it was uncomfortable for me because as a man, I'm very cautious of male intimacy. It's something that was ripped from me. And I think he had the presence of mind to recognize it. He went back and sat on the couch and then we talked for another hour and a half and drove me home. And it was like a buddy. It was like a friend. And he didn't want anything from me. He wanted to hear my story. But I don't feel that he treats everybody that way because I can't tell you how many times he would say, just between you and me. And it was almost like he was confiding in me as much as I was confiding in him. And that was incredible. It was incredible. So I am so honored to have you guys hear him on the podcast. And I told him about Chuck coming out. And Chuck and I want to do a show and we think it's going to be around surviving cancer. And we're going to bring him into it. And we think he can provide a beautiful, beautiful understanding of the book of Job that will help people through their journey. But he even said to me, he kind of heard the things I've been through. And he's like, wow, book of Job must have resonated with you, huh? Because that's what we started to study. And I'm like, oh yeah, it absolutely resonated with me. So it was just a beautiful day. And it makes me feel that the closer we get to understanding that we're not perfect and we could never achieve perfection, lets us let each other off the hook a little bit. So that's what I'm trying to say with religion is the Pope isn't indicative of Elizabeth Hall's faith. The Pope isn't indicative of Melanie's faith. The Pope isn't indicative of Amy's faith. Is that your faith with God is personal. And not one person outside of that union can impact your faith. So I just want to make sure people understood that, is that I'm not judging Catholics. I'm not judging my friends on this channel. I'm not judging the people who sit next to me. What I'm saying is I'm challenging his words and not God. So that's very important to me. And it will continue to be that way. Is that all we got? You got anything else? Did I talk my way into a donation, Liv?
No.
Son of a motherless, son of a... I'm just kidding. Folks, that's all we got. We're going to be back tomorrow. We had a lot of people on tonight. And what's going on for tomorrow, Livy?
That would be you and Leroy.
Leroy and I will be on. We can't wait to see you. We're going to take the 285 and just go. But it was a great night tonight. Laura 0852 subscribe. Thank you, Laura. Melanie's laughing. All right.
What is she saying?
Melanie said she's just laughing. Angel goes facts, beautifully stated. Good night and God bless all. Thank you, Darla. Thank you, Deborah. It looks like we got one, so let's pop this son of a bitch. Yeah, Kimberly Jergermeyer. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
You two are amazing. James says hi. Tell James hello, and most definitely tell him thank you for saying I was amazing. I completely agree.
Although, thank you, Kim. But Bobby's my favorite viewer because she sent me chocolate chip cookies.
Holy crap. She sent like 40 pounds of cookies. Like,
hey, Bobby, my ass thanks you very much.
And I thank you too because I love a big ass.
No, they're good. They're
ferocious, ain't
they're
I?
Soft. They're like falling apart. You can't even get it out of the container.
Sold your ass.
My ass is falling apart.
It's not as... No, it's beautiful. It's perfect. It's just right. It's the three bears. Everything on you is the three bears. Just right. Not too big, not too small.
Baby bear, not the three bears, just baby bear.
What? Baby bear?
It's baby bear.
This is kind of sick. It's going in an area that's
no, it's mama bear is too soft. Daddy bear is too hard. Baby bear is just right in everything. You haven't read The Three Bears lately, have you?
I have read The Three Bears, but I thought it was Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and it was... Right, and it wasn't Baby Bear. It was not Baby Bear because that doesn't make any sense. Baby Bear doesn't eat porridge. Baby Bear doesn't have their own bed. Baby Bear has a crib, so it was like a toddler. It wasn't Baby Bear. They just like Little Bear. You look it up. It's not Baby Bear. There's no way it's Baby Bear.
Nope. You're talking to a nanny here, right? Just
great ass.
Letting you know.
Ferocious, ain't I? You're talking to me. I don't think you know what you're talking about, Baby Bear.
Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear.
Lies. Babies don't eat porridge.
Babies
don't eat porridge. Babies don't sleep in beds.
What do you call a crib?
You think Goldilocks slept in a crib? That's what you think? A grown child slept in a crib? No, it was right for her because...
You're really going to argue with
yes,
this?
I am because it was right for Goldilocks because she was a child and that was a child too, not a baby.
No, I'm talking about Baby Bear, a preschool teacher and a nanny. You're going to argue
with
that?
But
nursery
Goldilocks
rhyme, really?
Isn't going to fit in baby stuff. So it wasn't a baby bear. They're using baby as a term for young. It was a toddler. It was a semi-grown child like Goldilocks. And you're telling me Goldilocks was a baby? No, Goldilocks was a preteen. Right or wrong? Just come on. Come on. You know I'm right. Just say it. You know I'm right. You know we understand the name was baby, but it was improper. They couldn't call it toddler bear. They couldn't call it young adult bear. So they said baby. Everyone agrees with me.
It's a child's nursery rhyme. It's the easiest to understand.
Babies.
Because if you say middle-aged, prepubescent teen bear, no one's going to freaking get that.
That's my point. So use the word baby. Don't give me that the babies eat porridge. They don't eat bowls of their own porridge with their own spoon. No, they don't. Not the ones that sleep in cribs. I don't know what babies you're talking about, Mel. I don't know what type of babies are up in Canada.
I need to educate you on nursery rhymes.
No, we don't. You just need, because literally nursery rhymes are going to be quo specific, right? I mean, they're just going to be like de facto facts. They're going to be there's no chance. You know what? Shh, pull up a picture. Pull up a picture. I guarantee it's not a baby. I guarantee she's not holding him. I guarantee if you pull up a picture of the three bears right now, Mama Bear is not holding that child. I guarantee they're walking on their own, and that is going to disprove your theory.
And JD Stillwell says Goldilocks was a home invader, so there you go. They just didn't say home invader.
Goldilocks should have been shat.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, yes, baby bears are walking right away as soon as they're born, just like most other animals.
On all fours. And they don't eat porridge, and they don't live in houses. Come on.
And guess what? Neither do Mama Bear and Papa Bears, because Mama Bears and Papa Bears don't get married in the freaking wild.
Oh.
Papa Bears will eat the young.
There's one. Oh, I'm so right on
That's
this.
why it's called a freaking nursery rhyme.
I'm so winning. I am so winning. I am winning I'm pulling up look at this. Look at this win. Look at these wins. Look at how that's not a baby. That's not a baby bear.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Baby is not relying on his age.
Just say you lost. Look at that.
No,
Look at
I
that.
didn't lose.
Look at that bed. That's not a crib. She's sleeping in the baby's crib. That's a bed. It's not a crib. He's not a baby. They called him baby because they didn't have it. Look at it. It's all because
I didn't argue about what age this bear was.
You said he was a baby.
No, I said that was his name. It's Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. In
but I said he wasn't a baby. And you go, yes, he was.
No, I said it was the name Baby Bear. I'm going to call you Dick Bear from now on. That's what you're being. Well,
more like donkey.
Yes, you're being an ass.
Oh, so good. I even set you up for that. I just gave you a slow pitch over the plate, and you just rocked it. Mm-hmm. All right, fatty, let's go to bed. So, you started it. Can I just tell you something?
What?
You are so... when you unlock this thing that you got, and you be the person who is with me, that smart ass, that quick-witted, confident woman when we're offline, it's coming out. And it's been really good the last few episodes. You're really shining. And I'm not kissing ass. I'm just telling you. I'm very proud of you.
No, you are kissing ass.
No, I'm not. I'm very proud. You're such an ass. You're bitch bear. Bitchy bear. No, I'm proud of you. You're this is fun. This is what people love. And it doesn't matter. I don't really care. I just think it's fun that we can banter and argue. And I do love you. I really do. And I think you're doing a great job on the show. By the way,
I love you too.
You're really wrong. Because that baby's standing up on 2. Just saying. That's it. We're out of here. We love you guys. Thanks for watching The Dumb Show. You're not mad. Will you tell them you're not mad?
Melanie's, I'm waiting for her to get up and smack him in the head.
It's a big head. Don't hurt your hand. It's not like you can miss. I mean, you could literally swing for Cleveland and hit me. It's not that hard. All right, we're out of here. See you guys tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Thanks for watching the Donut Infamy Show. Please go back and like and share this, and then go onto the page and like and share the videos and share them. Have fun. We really appreciate you guys. Matt is a butt kisser, and we know why. It's a great ass.
No, clip your freaking nails, cat. That's like the 3rd time you.
Bye, guys.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.